Hesitation is for nerds. How are you? Sorry, I found myself lost amongst a myriad of choices. Amongst being a new word that I made up. Where you put like a little minx in a box full of pasta and you shake it, try and make it make a choice. Bacon, how are you doing? I'm making up words. No, I found myself with decision paralysis on what we're going to do today. I've got a lot of choices, and then I was like, wait a second. Let's get everybody in. Let's see the vibes. Kakazi first. God. Gotta hang this. I keep getting my hair caught in my mech pin. I was going to say I can't do the high-pitched first right now. Well, Bacon, if there's one thing we have learned from having multiple screens all day, you can always have more stuff. And Cold Ankles, merry time travel to you. How are you doing, friends? So yeah, I was just saying to Bacon, I kind of had the, what did I call it? The Mr. Burns problem of like, there's loads of things we can do today, and all of them kind of got jammed in the door of decision. And I was like, wait a second, why am I sitting here waiting? We can do this live. So Numbers, Watto, and welcome. Legend, lovely to see you. J-Post, Sagara. I don't know, I wouldn't call this a secret stream. Like, all bets are pretty much off until after PAX. So, you know, I basically want to try and get as many... I want to try and get as many streams with your lovely selves in before, like, heading into full-on PAX mode. I'm still kind of... energy-wise, but I'm doing good. Like I said, I got my taste back yesterday. I nearly fucking cried again on stream. To Coltius, Watto and welcome. Hello, hello. And Wolfgrad, Watto and welcome. Coming in, friends. Glad you're finally watching Freerun. It's definitely one of the most inspirational shows I've seen in a while. Square Pig, did I say hi? I hope I did. Well, if I did, you get 2 greetings. Watto and welcome, friends. Hello, hello. Oh. Anyway, so how are you doing, you lovely mother hubbards? As I said, I found myself suffering from kind of chronic bit of indecision before we got started, and I just decided to mash the go live button rather than sit here in a state of, what are we going to do? Master Skywalker, there's too many video games. Oh, the younglings had it coming. So yeah, I figure we'll have a natter, have a hangout, plan some stuff. I mean, I told you all the kind of cool shit that was going on with me yesterday. Sorry, I said cool shit. Things I have watched while riddled with plague. I'm always a fan too mellow, but let's change the tempo a little. There we go. I will say that Amazon Prime just added a bunch of old, brilliantly terrible movies as like a big old block. So, along with Brotherhood of the Wolf, which I saw a couple days back, they re-added Darkman, Liam Neeson's forgotten attempt to grasp the superhero cake. For those of you whose birthday doesn't begin with 19, You may forget.
Is this still a weak day, or are you feeling better now?
Every day a little bit better, Erman. Every day a little bit better. And fucking thank you. Just kicking the doors off with 1,000 bits, no big deal. No big deal, right? Thank you. I guess most of you already know this. It's just, I was talking about this before I got riddled with bad luck, that most people have forgotten all of the movies that desperately tried to grasp at Tim Burton's Batman and that big old pile of cash, and how most of them were naff, some of them were weird, and a few were just fucking terrible. Shout out to Billy Zane in The Phantom. Yeah. Ah, Jelly Post, you saw Spawn. Now, it's worth noting that while Spawn was another attempt to make a shit ton of money, that came from a different place. God, I need to rewatch that at some point. A movie made no sense. But yeah, so it was that little block. You basically had the Phantom, you had Dick Tracy, Darkman. Oh, fuck, there was one more. And it's these attempts to kind of reach for Golden Age comics and turn them into like edgy camp reworkings and make $1 squillion at the same time. Vanderbeest, what and welcome. And out of all of them, yeah, Liam Neeson and Darkman is still there. The Shadow! Fuck, everyone forgets about him. Good reason. With good reason. I'm pretty sure The Shadow had a movie. I remember it. But so the thing was, it blended into all those other... No, okay, The Crow does not count. Hey, Ehrman. I'm always happy to be here, friend. You know that. I'm gonna be a little background banter whilst getting some cleaning done. So, Vanderbeest, the reason why I'm talking about this is that Darkman is on Amazon Prime at the moment. And, oh boy. It is fucking wild. And Dustin, you know, The Spirit is an interesting one because The Spirit is an emulation of what those things were trying to do, and itself is a dog shit movie. I tried to rewatch it recently, and look, I love video games. I love video games with my whole heart. I don't share the same love for cinema, and sometimes I will admit into indulging in a lot of Schadenfreude to make myself feel better. That's one of the reasons why I've seen Rebel Moon more than once.
On the graffiti gangs plaguing the city. Quote, my Rokaku forces are on patrol in all major metropolitan areas to make sure these terrorists are behind bars where they belong.
Actually, Wolfgrad, I need to try and remember where the Guyver came from. Oh, I shall have a look at Galley's Cantina, Ehrman. Oh, very fancy. Oh, fried plantains, chicken mojo. Oh, glorious. No, sorry. So the Guyver was a manga and an anime. Okay. One of the things that I find fascinating is the connective tissue as to why certain franchises get adapted and why others don't, right? As someone who, you know, I was a second wave anime nerd, right? So, like, Akira, Ghost in the Shell, Manga Entertainment Presents, VHS, that era. The era prior was very much predominantly about repackaging and reworking Japanese shows to make buck. And Tanari Wow, what and welcome. I'm doing way better. Look, I'm talking, I'm here, I'm doing the thing. I'm sorry I didn't respond to your messages about stuff and things. I had that thing of like, oh, man, sure I'm done for the day. It sure is 2 o'clock in the morning. Hello. What did you find? Fiona just got a copy of Rainbow Mantis. A colourful cutthroat game of rainbows and revenge. Interestingly, the Oatmeal was probably the first one to start raving about how cool the Mantis Shrimp was online. A lot of people know about it from that Oatmeal comic.
Can I help you? She's just stepping on my foot.
Yeah.
Wholesale.
So he's been fine today, but he has been super lethargic and super sad.
He looks so sad.
He's been maximum sad boy. So I've given him extra cuddles and I've been giving him some love. He's just... River's been fine. Yeah, just literally standing on your feelings.
You know.
Tanari and Dustin say hi.
Hi. Oh no, you guys can see my little... My 17th century nobleman's outfit.
Indeed. Suitable for crab fishing and a day at the beach.
I did actually hold a crab today.
I saw.
It was cool.
I noticed you didn't bring the crab home though.
I did not.
We could have had a live crab.
No, we couldn't have. No.
Did you hear this?
No.
I would have named him.
It was a her. Thank you.
Oh, my apologies.
I learned on TikTok how to tell. All those, like,
Well, there we go.
videos. Come on. I'm not the only one who watches these videos.
I watch the lobster guy. I don't watch the crab guy.
Same thing. Crustacean.
Yeah, it's just they eat the crabs after. The lobsters get a little snack and they get thrown back in. I know.
Say that be.
Bits of real world and person crab facts.
Bacon threw bits for real world crab facts. They went out too. So they're good for a good while. He has not.
Probably shall not. It's okay.
Okay. Where the bloody hell were we? Yes. Oh, don't look in Galley Cantina because Erebin just fucking flexed on all of us.
Oh, great. So hungry, actually.
Like super hungry?
I'm very hungry.
Okay, well then I'm gonna be a dick. Erebin made mojo chicken and fried plantains. I don't know, sometimes it give a little, sometimes it take a little. Okay. Yes, I have a BAFTA. BAFTA D's nuts. I should add that to my profiles. Anyway. So yeah, jumping back. Yeah, we were talking about anime fans and adaptations and stuff. So like, I enjoy researching cinema in the sense of like, I like laughing when they fail. I like celebrating when they win. Like, I'm not as emotionally invested as I am in the games industry. But one of the things that's fascinating over the years is seeing how nerd culture, like comics, video games, etc., why certain things get adapted, how they come over, and how they come across. Like, Burton's Batman, I think, is a fascinating one, and it was a high that they spent a long time trying to chase with different superhero movies and things like that wouldn't really be kind of fully realised until Iron Man. Like, love it or loathe it, and you're welcome to loathe a whole bunch of it, but, you know, the MCU finally went, what if we adapted superhero movies and made them not shit? A revolutionary idea.
Hey, can you freestyle something for me real quick? You know, just real quick, to prove your worth as a human being and as an artist? And I'm like, I can't actually, but I can dramatically arrange.
And Blade did get close, but Blade kind of spawned its own like semi-contained entity, same as Spider-Man and things like that.
And I can do it on my phone.
Also, I found out Rami was responsible for fucking Darkman, so dude was taking swings at the comic book pile after doing horror for a while. The Ben Affleck Daredevil. Oh no. Jamami, I actually recommend that. Geodepth is fascinating, and it's such a cleverly put together little title. Like, it has the feeling of a giant game, but it's clearly a very small, focused game. Like, go for it. Anyway, so the reason why I find these kinds of things fascinating is that you chart the family tree, the history of these things, and it teaches you a lot about, like, why certain adaptations come into play, why we get some stuff and not others, and ultimately why they go awry. And I don't know, it's something I've always been kind of fascinated with. Like, now that we're in this kind of... Nerd culture has changed drastically. It's difficult to call it really nerd culture anymore. That now that most of it has become mainstream, it's all these self-contained silos under one banner of nerdery in the same way they used to be. It's now part of culture. So, like, I think a really good one to look at is the Tank Girl movie that was fucking panned when it dropped. Like, fans of the comics hated it because it felt very, very different, very strange. And audiences didn't get it because it was so fucking weird. Ice-T as a battle kangaroo, don't worry about it. But it's one of those films that you can go back and watch and be like, shit, this was batting for the fences. Oh, it's kicking me, that my brain's jello. Of all the things I've watched recently, the lass who played the iconic Girl of Tank was in something recently and was very, very good. And now my brain is jello and it's not recalled it. So, it's that interesting thing of, like, the cult classic. Now we've reached a point of, you know, you can see a movie from anywhere in the world anytime you want. Yes, Laurie Pay. So the concept of the cult classic has kind of dissolved. Anyway, jumping back. These are things that I find really, really curious because while I'm the first person to absolutely dismiss direct analogies between television and film and video games in terms of the industry that makes them, but it is interesting in that in all business, when you have a wild success, you then have kind of this chase to catch up. It's just in games, everything happens a lot slower. You know, you can bang a movie out in 10 months if you really, really try, and a lot of people have. So when you get something like Burton's Batman, and then you get the rush of attempts to race to it, I don't know. I find those kind of movies fascinating. And Amazon just uploaded a whole bunch of them, so I know what I'm going to be doing in my my downtime over the weekend, that's for fucking sure. Oh, so Time Cop, let's go. That movie's so bad. Sorry. And sorry, Watto, and welcome. I am feeling better, yes. I'm slowly clawing back. My sense of taste came back yesterday, which was fucking joyous. So I've had a little lunch. Later on, I'm gonna make myself like a spam musubi rice or something. It's gonna be real good. I haven't decided what we're doing today apart from talking about old movies. But we'll work on that. But no, so the reason why I was saying, like, the etymology of it is fascinating is because the Guyver was something that was adapted from, obviously, from the anime and manga. Why was it that was brought over from Japan in an attempt to hit upon, I guess, that, like, 90s edgy core? Like, where's the connective tissue in that? You know, Spawn makes sense because, like, the whole early Image Comics, you know, pre-comics books bubble burst, you know, what's his face? Todd McFarlane was a known name. Like, dude had weight and, you know, had an incredibly marketable, what's the term they use? Toyetic? I like that one. Like, Spawn does not make sense. I say this as someone who has spent far too much time trying to make sense of it. Spawn makes no sense. But it doesn't need to. Why is there cowboy Spawn? Don't worry about it. Why... Don't worry about it. That is the entirety of it. You know this, I know this. But it's one of those things that makes a buttload of sense to adapt to a movie, right? Sell more goodies, sell more toys, put more bums in seats. And yeah. Jumping back, I just find myself absolutely fascinated with how there's so many of these projects that came about, these adaptations and strange angles, these attempts to grab onto something deemed popular and otherwise, in especially like 80s and 90s cinema, that some of it is so bad that you can only really just kind of feel good about yourself. I mean, Verdant Float, you're not wrong. But, I mean, okay, so to my understanding, like, Burton's Batman was after some of the edgier graphic novels at Thames. An alleged what unwelcome. I'm still a little bit plaguey, but I'm feeling a lot better, so thank you for asking. Oh god. I would say, sorry, if you have the time, there is a show on YouTube called Secret Galaxy, and they did an incredible thing about the He-Man movie, which is a fucking disaster. Like that and Flash Gordon being eerily similar. And Deus, what a welcome, friend. Are you back from adventures? Are you back from tales? Or is it silly o'clock in the land of windmills? I've lost all sense of space and time. Also, Wolfgrad, this is also one of the things where me and the cinematic world clash. Like, the Transformers movies as a franchise has made a lot of money. If I viewed Michael Bay's Transformers with the same lens that I deconstruct video games, I would have to grudgingly admit that those movies were a success, in that their goal was to make a lot of money, and it did. Do I like them? No. Do I... Are they partially the reason why at some point I will time travel and stop Michael Bay from making a Terminator movie? Yes. Okay. And Hookshot, what a welcome, friend. How are you doing? Congrats on the hard drive review. Like, that feels like a badge of honor. And Deus, yeah, sorry health's kicking your ass as well, but I'm looking forward to hearing all your stories, Fred. Oh, okay, so, sorry, I mean, you know the same things I do, that Labyrinth was a financial and critical failure, and the only reason why Henson Productions didn't go under was because Muppet Babies made so much money as to be ridiculous. And Wolfcrad, like, if you want to talk about the 80s cartoon movie Transformers, I'm down for it. Because that's kind of the flip side of the Hollywood machine in that regard, where something that was designed purely to be a jumped-up toy commercial for, like, little sticky-fingered children ended up being, in part, an incredible thing. Hey, Hookshot, was it, all publicity is good publicity? And yeah, you just add like a, Squirrel Crusade to 1.1. Jobs are good.
Like that. Like this. Like that.
I don't know. I'm always down to talk about classic films and film adaptations and things like that. I will say my knowledge of current cinema is a lot less than my knowledge of classic cinema. Like, I used to be able to keep up on, all the spheres of nerdery, and real life was like, homie, you gotta choose. So, I stuck with the video games, that's where I'm at. I mean, the thing about streaming on a Sunday is that there's no video game to use to talk about, which frankly I'm very grateful for. And the only thing really going on with me is that I really need to start making a little promotional image for our panel on Saturday of PAX at 9 PM in, I want to say Frog? Oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry, friends. Yeah, so Saturday, 9 PM, we're in whatever Frog Theatre is going to be. So I'm going to make a little advert for that and start telling people. Last time we packed the place out, so I don't know if we will this time, but don't dally. I don't want to have to turn away homies.
I've been around the world, but like my bedroom the most. So I won't go away. I got the golden voice, even if ventriloquists couldn't throw away.
You should change that, Caffeine. You should change that. To be continued. And Wolfbrad, that is the thing that I think is kind of fascinating, was the whole point of Transformers the movie was to clear out the old toy line and create a whole new sphere of toys to sell to kids. Like, they weren't the first... They weren't the first generation of Transformers that was designed purely to be Transformers, but they were definitely the most internationally targeted out of all of them. Because you know the same stories I do. Like, what we call the Transformers was a bunch of different Japanese toy lines that were repackaged, reworked, and resold, and ended up doing gangbusters more than their original versions. I know you know all this, but there's something about that original film being conceived as the most soulless cash grab and ultimately creating something that was fucking awesome that I still think about on a constant, It's like if, I don't know, a fucking Geico commercial ended up being the next fucking season of Succession or something like that, right? Like... Oh, and a legend, thank you for asking. Yes, we are doing another Make a Game in an Hour panel. I will once again be returning as the high-speed gremlin. We got the party slot at 9 PM, which is still wild. It's a little bit of Make a Game after hours. Everybody do the hustle, get in trouble. You just love to get in trouble. Do the hustle, everybody do the hustle. You gotta understand, I wish I could live like you, but I can't be a man. Okay. Sorry, apologies for the slightly rambolic thought process here. The TLDR of this whole thread was just, I really like watching naff movies sometimes. They make me feel good, especially if it's an adaptation, because they're right funny. So to those of you who just joined, Dark Man is on Amazon, and I'm going to watch it later. that's the whole fucking arc the last half hour of conversation has been about. Surprise! So Wolfcred says, nobody sets out to make a bad movie, game, etc. Look, I can't speak to movies, you know what I mean? But I can tell you nobody sets out to make a bad video game. Like, you have to understand, friends, that if you're newer here and we haven't really talked about it, like, I worked in film and television for like, what, 3-4 years? And it killed my love. It killed my love of cinema. And definitely of television. Like, and I know I say this a lot, you can love cinema and try to make movies. It is one of those industries that will attempt to crush people that genuinely love the medium they're working with. That drives me up the fucking wall. Like, to get to the point where you are able to head up projects, you have to have survived and navigated this whole ass fucking minefield of, you know, backbiting and internal politics. You have to have survived an industry that is brutal and soulless, and then make it to the point where you can make your own things if you want to go through the traditional arc. This is why, like, I will have far more, I have far more respect for people like Deus than I do for fucking, I don't know, ball bag muck explosion. You know. Verdant, what a look. Is it you? Was it you that made the movies? Are you the movie guy? But, like, that's just my personal experience. I don't think it is the everything. But let's examine some of these phrases more closely. With video games, it's far more common to come across people that fucking love the medium. It's rarer to come across people who are like, this is just a paycheck for me. Like, I clock in, I do my shit, I clock out. Because most of the people with that mentality could take those skills to another industry and make bank. So. Yeah, I mean, I've not kept up on all the strikes going on this year. But one of the current ones is currently for the animation industry and how little money they make, comparable to other spheres of the same place. And I'm just like, DJ Coil, Watto, and welcome. Sorry, friends, I am careening all over the place. Let's bring it back to some chipper stuff. So, I was very kindly, I believe it was Cold Ankles, that sent me a copy of Tactical Breach Wizards. So I'm very much looking forward to that. I had considered doing a stream of that for today, but I kind of need to have my brain about me if I'm going to be doing a puzzle game and talking to you. Like, I'm at the energy level where I can do one or t'other, but not both. And Kestrel, what's her? Welcome. Hello, hello. So, okay. What are we doing with our afternoon? What are we doing with our evening? So I have a few choices. I realised that I kind of got a bit stuck trying to decide what we would do. Which is why I just mashed the go button and then decided to talk to you about it live. And then we got talking about movies. Sorry. So, it really depends, friends, how weird we want to go, or how kind of classic. Because, like, Therapy Sword is on the table, right? Now, whether or not I have the reaction speed to take on Missy Butterfly Wings, I don't know. Verdant, I didn't beat the dragon last night, but that's on me. Excuse me. Mainly because I was watching... So I was watching Marty Cow with you lot after I got the dogs out, and then I got to catch them up. Chorby, who's currently playing through Outer Wilds, and I will always enjoy watching people play Outer Wilds. I mean, if you know, you know. I booted up Sniper Elite 5 and ended up having like a fucking enemy at the gate battle for my life because I forgot I left on invasions. It was just me and some rando Calrissians somewhere else on the planet just stalking each other. And then by the time that whole battle had finished, I was like, holy crap, it is like well gone midnight. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be sensible, gonna put my head down, actually get some sleep. And that was when I realized to Tanari, well, I was like, it is very late at night, and I was supposed to message you, and I have not. But, friends, if everything goes according to plan, there is a distinct possibility that I will be able to start working on a film project that I've been wanting to make. One of my goals for the winter is somewhere in storage, back with me fam back in the UK. There is a box, and inside that box is a series of old little like camcorder tapes and DVDs from when I was a teenager during my high school into college years. We recorded so much, and I wanted to revisit it and chop something together, partially because like I keep seeing those memes of like, what would young you think of you now? And I'm like, I don't fucking remember what young me was like. You know, I've flitted between different cities and countries, and I've been in survival mode for most of it, that I don't fucking remember. So I'm looking forward to seeing it, and I'm gonna cut it together. I will put it on YouTube. You will get to see some terrible hairdos and some dumb shite from 1,000 years ago. And Tanari Wow very, very kindly offered to go through the stuff I still have in storage that I haven't been able to ship on over. There's a mint copy of Street Fighter Alpha 2 on the Saturn in there somewhere. Well, so Quasi, that's the other thing that kind of struck me was like, I really was a fucking kid until I moved up to London. Like, I was a fucking child until, I'd say about like 19. Just in terms of, like, perceptions of the world, you know? I think we all feel the same way on that one. I try not to be, I try not to be a crotchety grump, you know, or back in my day. Oh, tell me, child, you don't know what's going on. I do my best, you know. But yeah, that was the thing that I was supposed to message Tanari Wow about yesterday, and I fucking didn't, because I'm a fucking fool. But look, okay, in my defense, Sniper Elite is a game, the invasion mode it's a real grab bag. It's a real grab bag. And very rarely you match up with somebody who is either the same skill level as you, or who really likes the drama of a sniper fight. And that's what I got yesterday. And so this whole like point counterpoint of like trying to bait the other person into making a mistake, it lasted for fucking hours, but was incredible. Okay, of course, that makes sense. That makes sense. But yes, okay, so here are the choices that I have for you today, friends. And we can either vote or mead point, or we can just chat about it. Because I got nowhere else to be but hanging out with your lovely selves. So, I've got 2 story games. I got 1 spoopy game. And we have Therapy Sword. Now, do not ask me why I am compelled to play a diving game. A Victorian diving game. Well, it is you know what I mean. But for some reason, there is a game called Thalassia, Edge of Abyss. It is a mystery game. very, very similar to, oh my word, the sci-fi mystery game about the AI where you see people's like shadows of what happened. It's not Soma. It's not Soma. Okay, let me just show you again. So main screen online. So okay, this is the first choice. Okay, so apparently this got put out earlier in the month. Yes, Verdant Flow. So this is basically like Industrial Revolution to Coma. You and your homie are on this ship. Ship goes down, and you revisit the wreck to try and find out what happened. It's not a spoopy game in like sea monsters and creatures, but it definitely has those. Yeah. But it also has like a Outer Wilds style story mystery to unfurl. Actually, Jackie, it's called Titanic. Too Fast Titanic. Not a lot of people know that. So yeah, it's basically like underwater Tacoma. Yeah, there you go, Jackie. Titanic. I understand the soundtrack doesn't fit, but again, ages back I played one of these without muting the sound, and the whole ass VOD got locked. I'm still mad about that. And forgive the coughs, it's not quite gone. But like, it's fully voiced, it's got like a curious mystery about it. But do not ask me why. That game absolutely calls to me. Raven says they couldn't make it past the first 10 minutes of watching someone else play this, just because of the underwater elements. I mean, you know I'm scared of that shit. But there's something about that looks real special. The next up, I have Indica downloaded. And this is if we want to get fucking weird with it this afternoon. The problem is, like, this is one of the reasons why I know I have an irrational fear. Hey, Relu. Actually, I did use the official Relu summoning sigils. Now, we do need to play Indica at some time. And yes, Hoffers, it's weird that it's all lined up, but... Now, the reason why we need to play this is that it takes full advantage of shit that you can do in video games that would be incredibly complex to do in other mediums. And the strange gamification UI with this whole, you know, story of a nun isolated.
I got a lumpy face, my hair is scraggly. I'm all lonely, nobody wants me.
Now, I understand that for most of us, like, fully mocapped, like, multi-actor scenarios is not a kind of development that we have access to. But then there's also the whole thing of, like, the more that we can get out of engines like UE5, the more large-scale concepts like this that are available to us, the more this stuff can become viable. But like, it's something we haven't seen as many games mess with as they could. like doing some weird stuff with video controllers to create a title that looks interesting, but this could be too weird tonight, you know what I'm saying? So that's one of the other things we've got. We have Therapy Sword. There's one other thing I've been saving. Where is it? Which I was going to be doing for Longship After Dark. Which is this sucker, Crypta FM. It is peak 2000s vibe. You frequent a low-poly internet forum trying to find cryptids in your local area. It is not ooga booga booga scary, but it definitely has this, like, trying to find creepy things by night using 2000s tech. And I'm not against a little bit of a nostalgia bounce, you know what I'm saying? We actually, like, it's so fascinating that in video games we get to do, like, nostalgia of genre, but not nostalgia of time periods that much. Do you know what I mean? Are we just not doing the video anymore? Okay, no video for us. So this is another contender. And I can't remember if there was one more I had on the docket. I do like Cryptid Space Outlaw. But it's predominantly about, like, exploring your local area and trying to find the spoops. God, I have so many games. Oh, we could run a frog refuge. That's also viable. I'm very disappointed to find out that Pirate Queen of Forgotten Legend is VR only. That's a crime. Now there is also Nobody Wants to Die. I haven't got that installed, but I can probably get that sorted anytime. Steam, buddy, I need you to work with me right now. Steam has decided no more videos for you lot. So Ehrman, I do agree with you in terms of, like, the low poly, like, PS1, PS2, N64 styling. What I meant was, like, we don't get things that are quintessentially 90s or quintessentially 2000s. We get things that emulate, like, eras of video games, but not eras of living. And I understand why. It's because, like, that's something that's very hard for us to emulate. It requires a lot of detail. It requires a lot of time and resources. Steam, what's going on, buddy? Steam. Anyway, Nobody Wants to Die has been highly, highly recommended. It's very film noir, altered carbon. And Lance, what and welcome. You know, we play a hard-boiled, grizzled detective in a, you know, retro future film noir New York where everybody's immortal. But what happens when somebody dies? Yeah, we're pursuing a serial killer targeting New York's elite. But yeah, no, this has come very, very highly recommended. Dustin, yes, actually, Gory Cuddly Carnage, I believe. I have a copy of, yeah. Boop. So it's on my list. So yeah, basically, friends, I'm picking games for this afternoon that are either very, very cinematic, things that are voice acted, where I'm not going to have to do a lot of reading for you all, or things that are very experiential, where I don't have to do a lot of reading for you all. Again, Therapy Sword is on there, but as somebody pointed out, I need to fix the numbering Because basically we had two Goodwill Hunters 28, which did make me laugh. Is it just what happened with fucking Memnol, where I accidentally gave 2 of the same episode? Things got weird. So, that's what I'm considering this afternoon. Quasi was saying that their thoughts is that Therapy Sword isn't very therapeutic where you are in the game right now. That's a good point. Because there's a part of me that doesn't want to ease off the throttle while we're taking on Melania. Like, that's my mountain to climb, right? And I'm looking forward to it, don't get me wrong. But I don't think I have the reaction speed to do it. Or maybe I'm just afraid of taking it on because I don't want to bore you lot into a whole Sunday afternoon of watching me getting pummeled by a hot, giant redhead. Okay, so grand take, jumping back. What I mean about nostalgia is that we do have nostalgia for early eras of video games, but it's predominantly around the way in which we play them, the feelings that they emulate, and the aesthetic. Like, an early... Yeah, but I do agree with what you're saying, that, like, you know, there weren't many games that came out during the 80s and 90s that were set in modern day. Do you know what I mean?
Just use your imagination, nation.
This is the second time we've ever played in front of people, man. We're scared shitless.
DJ Coil. It's Elden Ring. There's always a gianter, hotter redhead. Yes, I have seen the Wicker Man I will have to fight at some point. It's always going to get worse.
Records that give you pleasure.
Now, in terms of Therapy Sword, what we could do is mop up all those little like dungeons that we haven't done so far. But again, you know, you lot are taking time out of your Sunday, a time when I'm not usually here to entertain your good selves, to hang out with me. So, I don't know. We can do... Okay, so to review the docket, I don't think anyone's down for Indica today. Again, we will play it, because holy shit, what a game. So I guess that puts it to Underwater Mystery, Smoky Film Noir New York, and Therapy Sword. Oh, and also Cryptid Hunting, but I didn't see anybody who was like, oh, cryptids, let's go! Low poly cryptids! And hey, look, this is why I do Long Ship After Dark. You're not feeling Therapy Sword? Hey, sorry, that's entirely fine.
I just read about a shark that's estimated to be nearly 400 years old.
Yup. Some of the Greenland sharks. There's a few variety of shark. They don't know how old they can get. I hate that. Okay, J-Pose is between noir or water mystery. I like that. We're either going to go up or down. Both are voice acted. Neither of them are going to destroy me. Numbers and Hookshot are voting for Water Mystery. Lance was saying, got here, but Underwater Mystery games have a good track record. That's a good point. I forget what it was called, but the one we played where we had like the hard sci-fi underwater dive suit, not Soma, the other one, which I don't think we finished. I think about that one a lot. Like a lot. And Foron, Watto and welcome. Your timing is ruddy perfect. Wet System Shock. What if we made System Shock, but it were all damp and had racism? I'll have to remember what it was, because it was like it was more of kind of a walking sim kind of mystery horror. And unlike Bioshock, it was actually clever. Oh, no, I fucking didn't. Yeah, that's right. Just absolutely merciless today, friends. Yeah, I know, shots fired. All right, so let's do Thalassa. Now, thalassophobia is a fear of great big open underwater spaces. Actually, I always get the Latin in this one mixed up, because there's one which is fear of open water, but there's also one specifically for the underwater cliffs. Ehrman was like, wait, hear me out. What if instead of an evil AI, the evil was humans? Ehrman, that's a silly and dumb idea. It'll never catch on. Lance says, I remember that game. It's like a retro graphics first-person shooter to keep activating computers. See, now I'm confused at which one that you mean, Lance. We've played so many games. Obviously, like, my brain's not back to 100%, like, baton power, so... Oh, Lawrence, yeah, no, you're thinking of Sonar Shock, which was very, very good. That was the one that was like a direct sequel to System Shock 1. Not the remake, but the original. God darn it. I'll have to go back through, because the one we played was definitely spoopy at times. Lots of crabs. Lots of crabs. I want to say it was part of Shark Week, now I think about it. But, okay. We'll have to come up with a pithy name for this one. But, yeah. So yeah, it's basically, so if thalassophobia is the fear of open water, this is just Thalassa, Edge of the Abyss. But despite being set in my greatest fear, I do believe that it's going to be more of kind of like an underwater mystery game. And I could go for that, you know? You know I love a good puzzle. I honestly thought about doing something that was just a straight up puzzle game today. You know, like Black Watchman or something like that. Thank you, Team 17. But I didn't have the confidence in my brain power to do it. And DJ Coil, I think Shadows of Doubt has finally gotten to version 1, which is where I wanted it to be. So that is something that we will be doing at some point. If you haven't heard of it, so Shadows of Doubt is a procedurally generated detective game with a really heavy, like, immersive... Oh, yay! The content warning is related to drowning. If you are sensitive to such content and find it stressing, please exercise caution and consider whether this game is suitable for you. Oh, good! Jesus. So this is what you all were talking about with the oh, good. Oh, good! Lancers going to be setting up all their sober equipment they won. Yeah, high stakes Lego. No, Verdant Flow, I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you, friend. So I have a feeling this is how it's probably going to go. The opening segment will be the first ship. First ship's going to go down, it's going to be bad. And then the rest of the game will probably be us exploring the ship that we were on and discovering why it went down. If I had to guess. Sorry, threatening. Look, sorry. Yesterday was off the fucking chain. I definitely had a little cry about it in bed after everything had kind of stopped moving. Like, we are talking beyond the forbidden snack tier. That's why Fearless has all the health. Yeah. Sorry, I will let the crew explain. Okay.
Unexpected bits.
How do you even have any bits left? There are no more bits. Mr. Twitch texted me personally and said, I'm sorry, Will, there are no more bits left after yesterday. Thank you. Seriously, thank you. Thank you for bearing with me while I'm being a chaos merchant. Thank you for bearing with me for whatever weirdness we go through. Oh, yes, you're right, Numbers. It was a direct. It wasn't bits, that's why. It's also weird that Mr. Twitch would text me about that. Super weird. No, seriously. Thank you all. We're going to have a little natter and a hang on the screen for just a second here, because if anybody does want to...
I found 10
You
bob.
found 10 bob? Well, that's a good deal, that is. We could get ourselves some buttery nubs. Vegan pasty? I'd rather shit bed. Vernfly says, are you good friends with Mr. Twitch? I think I met him last year at the Twitch Mixer. And that's another story. Yeah, don't make me feel things, you turtlets. Right. Also, if you look at the... If you look at the weird thing in the front, the diving descender, I forget its proper name. It's wrong. It's like an illusion. And now that I've seen it, I can't unsee it. Sorry, I think I'm okay for Marmite at the moment. The other thing you missed, Asari, yesterday was Fiona found somewhere downtown to get British snacks. So Fiona brought home a myriad of lovely things yesterday, including dark chocolate digestives and jammy dodges. So I'm doing good. And friends, you cannot know how glad I am to have my fucking taste buds back. It's really hard to get motivated to eat when everything is just bland mush. So wild. Curry was good though, because I could still smell it. Like, everything still smelled like curry, which was great. Yeah, Lance, and do you know how I found out yesterday? Garlic bread. Best fucking garlic bread of all time. Oh, Verdant, I didn't try biting into an onion. Fuck. That's the problem when you're feeling unwell. Like, well, at least with me, I get really sad. Like, maximum sad boy vibes. And I don't think about all the stupid things I could get away with. I am going to nip to the loo before we get started. Just because I'm staying hydrated and stuff like that. Fuck, what was I going to say? Oh, yes, there was a few things. So one, so Shadows of Doubt, procedurally generated detective game. We are going to play the fuck out of it at some point. Once we're done with PAX, I do want to have like a big sit-down, long Shippian wise, and just, I don't know. What I might do is open up like a little suggestions box, like a little like something anonymously for you lot to be like, hey, Will, I really like this thing. Hey, Will, not a fan of this thing. Because, I don't know, I'm still trying to, I'm going to fix the VODs for Elden Ring. I was looking at some of the old titles that we used to play and some of the things that we used to have going down. And then I had a look at what we've been doing predominantly of late. And, like, obviously a lot of it is due to the fact that real life is kicking the shit out of me this year. But, I don't know, I want to make sure I'm doing right by everybody in terms of the games that we're playing and the things that we're doing. And...
Reactor online.
Hey!
Weapons
Dice, how are you
online.
doing?
All systems
What, and welcome. How has it been 15 months already? What in the time travel hell is going down? Dice, so we're about to start playing Thalassa, Edge of the Abyss. It is kind of like, I don't know if you probably have. It's like Tacoma, but instead of being in space, it's underwater. Apparently the opening is very harrowing, but then the rest of the game is kind of like, red string on a board mystery we'll be solving. Dice says they're in the middle of moving from one state to the other. Thankfully, it's a 30-minute drive. Okay. We were talking about the difference between, like, UK 30-minute drive and US 30-minute drive the other day. And I was trying to convey to people that distance to how quickly you can get there is very, very different in the UK. Like, yes, the UK itself fits well within most United States. But the state of the roads, like, getting around the UK is not a quick maneuver. That's for bloody sure. And Vanderbeest, thank you for filling the pint glass. Because it's like, what are your choices? Your choices are the highways, which are frequently jam-packed. Like, not quite LA traffic level, but the M25 can be its own flavour of, like, circular hell. The side roads, especially if you grew up where I grew up, are single lane. I don't mean like one lane going both ways, but just one lane, and you may get stuck behind a tractor. So it's one of those things of like, it takes hours to get anywhere in the UK, even though you're not going that far. Yes, Jemami, you're not going up country roads on a hill in winter in the UK. Otherwise, you may have to call one of those farmers and have them come and bail you out. Which did happen when we were a kid and was very funny. Yeah. One lane, hedges on either side, infrequent gaps for passing. It's like your own little rally course. Alright, there was definitely something else I wanted to say to you all before we got started. But it has dropped out of my head, so I apologise. So friends, we're going to get started with this in just a second. Let's say 2 minutes. If you all want to go grab yourself a cup of tea, if you want to get some snacks or a big old warm blanket or whatever, now is the time to do it. I'm just going to nip to the loo and refill my water bottle. And then let's get started. We're going to solve an underwater mystery. Now, why it is that I have decided that we're doing an underwater game, I don't know. Like, sometimes there are just certain games that, even though they are about the shit that scares me the most, there's either like a concept or an idea or something that intrigues me. And for this one, it's definitely the mystery aspect. You know? I'm very, very curious to see if they do more Shipbreaker games. Combining the mechanics of Shipbreakers with like a good old-fashioned mystery would be so fascinating. I love the idea that you have to explore what happened to like a deep space wreck, but at the same time you have to deconstruct it so it doesn't fucking blow up and kill you. Like, that's a real balance. Edwin says, "Arr, 'tis the call of the sea." No, that's a different game, which is also set in a similar time period, and was really fucking good. Okay. Okay, I mean it this time. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Get your snacks and your waters and your whatnot. And then, let's see what we got here.
Sneaky return.
Robots and tiny bits. Let's fucking go. Thank you. Alright, I have water. I've nipped at Lou. Let me just obliterate these robots so that they may never return. And then let's solve some puzzles. Do you ever think about how tragic it is? Like the process of buying viewers. I don't know. Like, okay, I understand. When you create a system that's so drastically based on gamification, that sometimes the brain's hardwired setting of number go up, why number not go up, can be so enticing. Hell, I've definitely fallen for it a few times over the years. Not buying views, obviously, but like feeling like I'm failing because number not go up. But like the joy of Twitch is getting to hang out with people and talk and share these experiences and have these great afternoons. And you know what? Today's quiet. Like, we've got 30 people here, but that's because we don't usually do stuff on a Sunday. And like with PAX coming, as I was just saying to Fiona, like I want to spend as much time with you lot before, I disappear into convention land for 5 days. And like, I'm not against people doing advertising and things like that, and I understand the logic is like, if you're, say, like a League of Legends streamer, and no one knows you, you can buy a bunch of views so you go up the rankings so people might, but still. Yeah, Salen, really, really going at it. For some reason, I really want to play this game about solving a mystery in a sunken ship. And we're going to have to deal with some people drowning, so apparently that's where I'm at today. You missed me talking about Darkman earlier. Well, actually, I didn't talk much about Darkman. I just mentioned that it's on Amazon at the moment. Sorry. How are you doing? Now my energy's started to come back, I've got this kind of like car lurching forward in gear kind of vibe. Well, okay, so Sadlin, I think it is safe to say, yesterday was ridiculous to the point of I can't even process. And, today it's a Sunday afternoon, I don't usually do stuff, like, I'm not challenging anybody, I'm not challenging the universe. It's just an astute observation. But yeah. I don't know, sorry, I've been thinking a lot about... Oh, let's make sure we got... Desync on. Video. Turn off motion blur. Go. Turn desync on. Okay, there doesn't seem to be any special settings for subtitles. There we go. Drag, yeah, universe. I'm just saying the universe can bite me, that's all. Anyway. I don't know. I've been wanting to give back to Sober quite a bit, and I'm not going to be able to do the Sober Twitch meet this PAX because it's the same night as the Poke Crawl. And one of the things that they're hoping to do is they're hoping to be able to start doing the Streamer University. And I was like, do I have the knowledge and skills to be able to teach people how to stream? And I was like, you know what, I think I could. But all I can really teach people how to do is to kind of like love the process and understand themselves better in the space. And that's why it was like, you know, I think about these, you know, people paying for views, and they're not, most of the people that fall for that aren't necessarily villains themselves, you know. They're people for whom, you know, they've been streaming to one person, two people for so long, and they feel like they should be breaking out of that space, you know. The siren song of number go up recognition is there. If you just put a few quid in, you know, it's the same shit that Roblox uses to extort children. Okay, that's enough of me talking about talking. So let's get this started. So this is Thalassa, Edge of the Abyss. If you've only just joined us, they did say that, at least in the opening segment, there's going to be some drowning, and it might be a lot. So if that is not your vibe, hey, do not worry. What I can do is I can basically sound the alarm once we are clear of the opening segment. That way, if any of you just want to come in for the mystery part and not the traumatic part, that's entirely fine. Sadlin, I hope you're doing well, friend. Tell me your tales. And to the rest of you, put on your diving pants and buckle said belts. We're going in. Well, okay, so Legend and Peeps, don't worry about saying goodbye if you have to bail. Just tap out if you get uncomfortable, and I can let you know when we're back in, alright? Keep those lines clear! Tace and Llewellyn, they're all down there already. Alright, wait inside. I hope I don't have to read the whole fucking thing.
Cam? Lost in your thoughts again?
Oh, it's just really quiet. That's so weird. Alright, we'll just bring everything else down to half. And then I can try and boost the game a little.
You're already playing out the dive, aren't you? I'm excited to get back down there too. And it's our team that get to raise her after all this time. What's wrong?
Jesus.
There's no reason to be worried. You know this.
I'm so sorry, friends. I'm trying to pump the jams.
Besides, Llewellyn and I'll do the heavy work. You just need to watch out for us. You're my dive partner for a reason. I trust you. You see far more than most.
Get Alex's gear ready. We'll be right out.
I can barely hear it myself.
You good to go? My weather eye tells me of a good window, but it won't hold.
Him and his weather eye, always seeing waves. But I hear you, old man.
With you.
I'll be right out. Like a doting father. Nice to get us in.
No, that's much worse.
I haven't been completely.
Oi! You two stop stalling. Get up before Alex.
Coming! Just like a dad. We better not make him wait then.
Yeah, no, this can't be right.
While I get into my dive suit, go check with Kmar about the cradle. We'll need it soon. He was in the hub last I saw.
Like, I've got it crunked. and I can just about hear it.
I'm here now. Stop scowling, will you?
Okay, let's see if there's something we can do. Okay, audio. Because, like, right now, what I can do is I can lower everything except the voices. But if one person sends through one alert, we're all going to collectively shit ourselves. I'm just trying to see if there's... yeah, no, so there's nothing that's like, you know, change it to headphones or... I can't crunk it any harder inside. Alright, so Edwin, here's what we'll do. We'll give it another couple minutes. I'll see what I can do.
At the cradle.
But, like, the game itself is barely a whisper. And Judica, what and welcome. Yeah, no, it looks like we might be playing the other game. I should talk to Kmar first. This is a pisser. Got ourselves all fucking stoked to do Victorian dive shit. Oh. Ooh. Oh, what the fuck? Alright, we'll try talking to some more characters and see if...
I'll come and help you after I'm done here.
Friends, we might be SOL. Alright, I guess we're going to be film noir detectives then. I'm sorry, friends. I'm sorry, everybody. But yeah, no, there was nothing I could fucking do. I had my volume cranked at 80, and I could just hear them by turning everything down. And like I said, all it would have taken was one alert, and I probably would have peed myself. One fucking renew or something, and then Will has a little fucking heart attack. That seems less fun. Alright, just give me some Sonic Jam so I can make sure the audio's not... Okay. Yeah, you know what, Numbers? Yeah, making all of your audio inaudible is very... It certainly is a challenge. Very strange. Okay, so give me a sec, friends. Let's install some cool film noir nonsense. Just take a sec, and then jobs are good. And then we end up just playing like fucking therapy sword or some shit. That's just so weird. And look, I understand that I am somebody who streams quite quiet, but that's because I have a habit of being very loud. And I don't want to blow anybody's eardrums out anytime something makes me jump laugh, and I do that ha that I occasionally do when something's very funny. Fucking hell. Now I'm just like, what happens if Nobody Wants to Die also doesn't work? We're definitely going to have one of those days. But hey, anytime we all get to hang out, that's a fucking win. Sorry, I don't know. So with Nobody Wants to Die, I've not looked into the depth and level of which we need to... which we need for... Excuse me. I've not looked into how complex these puzzles are, so we'll have a look. Oh yeah. Legend, I had a quick look at the thread you posted. There's no relevant info, they're just asking for DX diags, so they don't know what's going on. I mean, it's a real shame, but, you know, these things happen. And Angel Kalina, glad you are done for the day. We are currently working on what we're going to be doing. When you came on in, we were trying to play Thalassia, which would have been an undersea mystery game. But it's balked. And we couldn't hear anything. Which, for a game that's supposed to have a very good, very good voice cast, kind of a bit of a sad one. And you know what, Fawn? There's no drowning. That's a very, very good point. Let me just throw that in general. There we go. Just letting everybody know that we're going to be future detectives instead. Now, I might have to tweak Nobody Wants to Die a little bit, because I'm pretty sure it's a UE5 game. So it might be a little chunky without some little touches. But who knows? Well, maybe it'll be good. And if that doesn't work, then we'll work something out. It's not like I'm short of games. And yeah, Edwin, we're giving up on that one. While the team behind it have acknowledged it, there's no solution for it currently, and we're not the only ones suffering from it. So we're just kind of SOL. But, you know, as people said, we don't have to listen to people drown. So, jobs are good. God. Sorry, friends, my hair is at a state where I'm going to get it cut either Monday or Tuesday, pre-PAX. So I've just got to bear with it for the moment, and I've got these fucking tufts that make me look like I'm losing my nonsense. No, Edwin, it's a super weird bug. But, like, hey, these things happen. Nothing on the team. Okay, so... no body. Oh, no body, one word. That's why I keep getting it wrong. Boop. Okay, so let's see how this one handles. Sonic, if you could just hold that thought for a second, that'd be great. Boop. I would never dream to be able to pull the full Devin Townsend style.
Solution to a haircut. Give Fiona a set of clippers, and nothing bad will happen in the end.
Okay, Bacon, you joke. But, like, up until this point, Fiona has been doing my hair. The only reason is because they're working full-time, and I've been sick. So there hasn't really been time, and now they're working pretty much right up until PAX. So, you know, I don't want to be floating around the house like a sickly wraith being like, please do my hair. You know? They don't deserve that. Please, I'm so sickly. Oh, sorry, and Bacon, and thank you for the bits. Oh, you are shitting me. That's a UE5 crash log. What the fuck? Are we cursed?
If you have to ask, you probably are.
Wow.
Just say.
Alright, second time's a charm. We might be a little cursed today. It's because I had the audacity to stream on a Sunday. The universe is like, how fucking dare you? Hey! Critical hit indeed. So the first run was a critical fail. Oh, look at these two cores. They're best friends. Historians would say they were roommates. Okay. I'm glad we hit accept on that EULA, so now I can't sue if I die at Disneyland. Yeah, there we go, fun. Third time's a charm. Pre-cooking shaders, that's what smart devs do. And they don't wait until you're doing a live demo on fucking stage before they do it. Sorry. I found out one of my old co-workers is back working at PC Gamer. And I was reminded of... This isn't on them. This was just a connective tissue of the memory that we did a live presentation at Rezzed one year and the shaders hadn't been pre-baked. Oh my word, a video game we can hear? Decadent. nobody wants. Subtitles enabled. I'm gonna limit excessive flashing, mainly because even if you don't have like photosensitivity, it always fucks the bitrate. Look at that! Okay, third time's a charm. Friends, Longshipians, and soon-to-be film noir detectives. It was a smoky summer afternoon in Seattle. I'd just gotten over the plague. Or probably not. I haven't tested since this morning. And all around me, everything was explosions. No, that wasn't good. Can I get a do-over on the intro? Is that allowed? See, Moose? That's smart. Alright. Introduction to Nobody Wants to Die, take 4, clap. The sun beat down in Seattle. In my tiny apartment. I had the plague, which was bad. But I wasn't gonna let that stop me. Long drag of cigarette. Mysteries were afoot and in the sky. And me, Sky Detective Will, knew exactly what I had to do. And that was... explode. Alright! Perfect! Perfect, no notes. Perfect! Let's get this underway. Okay. Alright, I guess we have to choose that one. Alright. Maybe I wanted a different save slot.
Living in pain, plagued by sickness, haunted by your own looming mortality?
Try gin!
Not anymore. Now there's Icaret, a technological miracle that lets us transfer consciousness from one body to another. That's right, humanity's wildest dream has been fulfilled. The dream of immortality.
There will be no
Now, when
downsides.
sickness or old age starts dragging you down, you can bid on a brand new body at your local government auction house. Give yourself and your loved ones a new lease on life. And don't forget, the body subscription service is mandatory for all citizens 21 and older. So protect your investment. Always avoid illicit substances. Never skip any mandated shell inspections. And prioritize your well-being. Physical, psychological, and especially financial. Any lapsed subscription payments will result in your body being submitted to a bailiff auction. And remember, any and all violations will be prosecuted by the Department of Mortality.
Senior Nan's Department of Mortality.
Don't you already know who the murderer is?
That's not the point.
And at least tell me what's going on.
Okay, let's tweak a couple settings. let's tweak a couple settings. Okay. Do not be damaged by processing. Definitely want those off. Okay. Let's give it a go now. Just watch, okay?
Just watch, okay? This is the best part, where he's questioning the suspect.
And when are you gonna question me?
They want me to question you.
Don't you want to?
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Is it me or was Navalis super quiet there? What just happened? Why is...
Better Viking 64 friendo.
I am. Navalis, thank you. Shit, and that's 70 months and all. Alright, I'm not going crazy. Navalis's alert was super quiet there, right? Yeah, bacon. Nothing bad happened the end. That's super weird. So it's a... It must be a hangover from previous? They're all making it weird, see? Alright. It's fine, I can hear it. I'm not going to miss it if any of you do anything lovely or generous. So that's what's important. Let's try and get through an intro to at least one game. Should I handcuff you?
Should I handcuff you? We always handcuff suspects.
I think you'd better.
Sounds dangerous.
I'm always dangerous.
Too bad you didn't warn me before we got married.
Would that have changed your mind?
What if it had?
If it had. Where do you think we'd be now?
I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't have.
Huh?
Maybe I wouldn't have super cool powers. Maybe I wouldn't be spitting bees from my hands, see? Hand bees! Got a bottle of moonshine. That's illegal. Also, she's not there.
All units, code 305. Prohibition violation at intersection of...
Breaking news. The president today signed into law a controversial bill reducing the age limit for free body subscriptions, despite earlier promises to the contrary.
Fucking politics.
Alright, so let's have a look. First things first, drug pills. Ambrosia. There's no way that this is suspect. Are they little smiley faces? Okay. It's a little haunting. It's gonna get rainy, see? The New York Hellhounds. A little Cerberus thing going there. Have you taken your joy today? Actually, at some point, friends, we should spend a day playing We Happy Few, because one of the local friendos around this way, who is not in games, was not really part of the whole marketing campaign and the whirlwind storm that We Happy Few whipped up, and the subsequent disappointment that it delivered. And they have been having the best time with it. Like, I know I've talked about this before, but, like, how... Because we talked a lot about metatext in video games, right? Like, the idea that things outside of the text become sort of necessary, but I don't know if we've really talked about how... like, marketing and how external assets can really shape how we feel about art. I mean, we probably fucking have. It's been 6 years, but I think it's something worth revisiting, because... sorry, before we continue, I don't know if you've all seen that Concord did come out, the not Guardians of the Galaxy hero shooter. And what's been really interesting is seeing how many people have been taking kind of a negative stance on it. Even though the game isn't representative of any IP, it hasn't really been out long, and people shouldn't really be against it. There's nothing to hate. And I realized that it's the delivery of the assets that so far kind of changed it. Yeah, so Legend, it did get me thinking of, like, what does something like We Happy Few look like if it is experienced sans all the... I don't know. Is it fair to call marketing metatext? Because I don't think it is, but I think we need a better term than just marketing, right? Because, like, metatext is things that become somewhat essential to the title, you know. A language and a series of things that do not exist within the game that become part of it, you know. We talked about this with Dan Olsen. It was a really good conversation. But, like, you know, tier lists and, you know, boss strategies and things like that. You know, he used World of Warcraft as a pretty good example of, like, the lingo and the external sites required to play. Marketing isn't required. You don't need the marketing to play We Happy Few. But if you were part of the marketing for We Happy Few, holy fuck, did it color that whole experience. Quick show of hands. Does anyone here not know what the fuck I'm talking about? Sorry, I'll do us a little bit of... A great gesture from the great man. Edward Green sponsors Central Park exhibition. Kind of looks like a bit of a wanker. Ah, damn it. I hit the reading the paper alarm.
Kara, how you feeling?
Ready to get back in the saddle, Chief. I sent you the papers.
Oh, I know. I'm looking at them. Can you hear this?
Fuck! What are you... Don't tear them up!
Fuck. The accident was barely 2 weeks ago. Look, the committee already thought you were a hot mess. Trying to come back this soon, that's just got them convinced. You're no fucking medical miracle, James.
I've been in this department for half a century. It'd be a whole century if you counted all that overtime. All that off-the-books overtime. Bet the committee would love to get an earful of that.
You know, just the movie keeps staring us right in the fucking eye.
Come on, Chief. You gotta let me come back.
My hands are tied. Officially.
Yeah? So unofficially, I'm all ears.
Political case. Discreet.
I'm listening.
You'd be doing a favor for a guy whose signature trumps every test and commission out there.
Fuck yeah! There's no way this is a bad idea.
I owe you, Chief. Goddamn sick leave had me climbing the walls.
Not another word or I'll change my mind. Also, without your sync tests, can't get you back in the system. So I'm gonna put you with a liaison officer. She'll be the one with full access.
A babysitter? Fucking hell.
You asked for it, sunshine. I'll put her on.
I just jump out the side of the car. Ooh. Ah, got a big boy gun.
Sullivan. Saved my ass more than once.
Gotta admit, that's rad as shit. Well, so Edwin, hang on, I'll pause it for a second, because you're right, like, We Happy Few had such an incredibly successful marketing campaign, but it did paint it as this, like, linear story and kind of a quasi-action game, very evocative of BioShock, right? We all thought that you were going to be playing this person in this small little, like, you know, fucked up British village where everybody takes drugs and it's illegal to be sad. And what actually happened was, yeah, no, it was a survival... I don't know if I'd say it was a roguelike, but it definitely had this, like, you know, survival stealth thing going on, which involved, like, managing your sleep, you know, your sleep, hunger, and thirst. And then you also had to manage your joy. So you could pass certain checkpoints, so you had to, like, stockpile the drug, but then the drug had a downside, and I forget what that is. Dustin says, plot twist, the gun is actually the dead partner hot dog arm. Yay! Dead wife handgun! Yay! There's no way that's a bad idea. Oh, no, Bacon, I love that. Because it kind of looks like Togas's gun from Ghost in the Shell combined with, like, a real film noir style. The Blade Runner pistol is rad as shit. Also finding out that thing is based on a real revolver that's fucking redonkulous. Caffeine's gonna be mad I'm talking about handguns while he's not here, but the pistol from Blade Runner is based on a real revolver that is used by one of the villains in Westworld. That it is a standard revolver on the outside, but it also has a honking great big barrel in the middle, which can be used for whatever will fit in there. Shotgun shell, slug, rifle round. If it fits the caliber, it just works. Fuck. Why didn't we just play Bionic Commando? Why are we playing good games when we could be a white guy with dreadlocks and a dead wife for an arm? Fuck! Friends, this is my official retirement from streaming. I'm clearly not good at it, because I should be doing that. Is it the Navalis? Because name-wise, my brain is drawing a complete fucking blank. But yeah, the revolver from Blade Runner is based on basically a snub-nosed version of that. It's really cool. Legend said, "Do you believe that something got spec'd for Shadowrun?" Of course! At this point, I would be more impressed to find things that aren't spec'd for Shadowrun. Anyway, let's continue doing detective stuff, see? But yeah, I've always been a sucker for a hidden revolver. The reason why I fucking love Vash's handgun from Trigun is that it's kind of like one part Webley, one part, I forget what it's called, I think it's a Taurus, where the barrel is below so it doesn't do weird shit. It's super cool. And yeah, okay, Dustin is correct that White Guy with Dreadlocks and a dead wife for an arm is the best Fallout Boy album never released.
What the... fucking lock.
Oh! Alright, first person to spot the Elmo in Times Square wins.
Brave new world. So immersive you could drown. But of course drowning is forbidden. Blocked like any other exit from paradise.
I love this guy!
Kara? James? Kara? No, fuck that. No way. Forget it, Chief.
You're already on the line. James, Sarah Cott, Sarah, James Carrot. Let me go pull some strings. Back in a minute.
Dropped us into some bullshit, didn't he?
And I had such good stats up to now. Crap.
Yeah, I'm fucking thrilled to be working with you, too.
What can I say? Your reputation precedes you.
Oh!
You fucked up half the city with that train.
Hey, it's a closed case. That guy had it coming. I hit him with a fucking train. What do you want from me? You never suplex a train before, detective?
The case is closed. We're unlucky. That's it.
Of course. Guys like you get away with bloody murder.
Do you need a moment?
I want to take a moment to cool down there.
What I need is somebody who treats the rules like more than just a piece of paper to wipe their privileged ass with.
Oh, no, it didn't!
We're best friends now, right?
Sorry, boss.
Sarah, I've sent you all the authorizations. Forward the package to Kara.
Kara and Sarah.
I suggest
We're back at North.
Wipe your ass with. Steiner out.
All right, let's get the show on the road. I need the address of the nearest post office.
Fine. Did you know there used to be rooftop bars in the city?
Yeah, until they figured out open spaces make desynchronization symptoms worse.
Oh, bullshit. You don't buy into that nonsense, do you?
Tell me something, James. Do you know the feeling after you've spent time in a wide open space, when you go back to your capsule apartment on the ground floor?
I don't live in a capsule apartment.
No, you fucking don't. So maybe stop talking out of your ass.
Oh! I'm kind of on Kara's side at the moment, not gonna lie.
Warn you though, I am not saving anybody from Denver. I got principles.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm talking about how they make such awful food. Anybody who works there deserves whatever happens to them.
James, the post office?
I just want to point out that he's basically like, I'm a detective. I work for the law. But anybody that works for Subway, I ain't saving them. Those sandwiches are ass. I love this guy. He's brilliant and terrible in every way.
That girl in the hat overshadows more and more of the city, doesn't she?
Sorry.
Oh, the one from the body auction ad?
I haven't seen it.
How could you not see it? It's on every goddamn corner. Looks like TS-45-7.
You're in Times Square?
It's the last place they play good old-fashioned crime stories.
Yeah. You like watching how the cops used to do it?
Detectives, not cops. Big difference.
Oh,
I'll take your
nice.
word for it. Okay, movie buff. Go for the package. Platform 53D, Terminal 3.
Edwin was just saying that the lead is played by one Philip Sacramento, an old VO friend of theirs, based out of Ireland. I think there's a certain level of cheese that you can bring to bear if you didn't grow up in the US, if you're emulating it just from old-timey movies. Personally, I want to be allowed to make the in-game movies for varying stuff like this. That's my goal. Time to fly. Say, kid, got any more of them purple nurples? And if your first thought was supernatural,
It's better than inactivity. An alternative to focusing on the symptoms, the memories.
oh, how's the audio settings on this one? Because it feels like the effects and the music are a little loud versus the voice. I'm just going to tweak it, but let me know. That's kind of for me.
120 years old, and I don't have any strength left to keep recalling the past.
You're 42, Jim! Stop being a wanker! You grew up in Jersey! Stop telling people you're old! You better not be in your car enjoying your melodramatic loneliness again, I swear! I will say though, as someone who was very critical of the first season of Altered Carbon, this is kind of what I was hoping for. I don't think Altered Carbon is bad. I feel there's a lot that could have been done with it that they didn't. And I think about that a lot. No, Deus, this isn't Star Trucker C. This is...
Look, James.
This is
Got off
Cabby's.
on the wrong foot.
It's actually exclamation Vanessa. Don't apologize.
It happens. You don't need to apologize.
Oh, I know, and I'm not going to. I want you to understand, I'm in the home stretch for a fat promotion. I've been working my ass off, so I can't afford any mistakes right now. And, you know, you're sort of notorious for unconventional methods.
I've seen you announce fat promotion.
Oh, come on. Everybody knows you don't give two greasy rat shits about regulations. The only thing I ask is that we act professionally.
I've seen you act professionally. No promises.
I'm willing to give it a shot. No promises.
Great.
I am glad we're playing this, friends.
That's the spirit.
This came very, very recommended. Alright, I'll keep waiting. Interestingly, one of the choices was locked there, and I wonder if I got shit-faced, I'm allowed to, like, run the guy over or something. Nah, Greasy Rat Shits is like a spooky rockabilly metal band. Herm. I know it's a Hermes reference, I just... Herm. Welcome. Need a new body. Auction every Friday. These ones are dames.
Enter your full name and and shipping code.
James Cara 77112P.
Both of these nuts for 2069.
Police shipment. Additional verification required. Enter badge number.
984.
No authorization.
Shit. Sarah, I need access.
Oh, right. Enter my number. 116739.
Thanks.
Okay.
116739.
That's just to show how many badges there have been.
We hope you enjoy it.
It's a crunch wrap supreme. Okay, I'm digging this whole fucking style.
1 second. I have to move my car.
C222, did I say hi? I hope I did. And for no, absolutely. Just sitting here? Okay. Well, also, I find the concept of this kind of...
Just don't abuse it, yeah? Remember, you're not reinstated yet.
No worries.
This information is confidential and will be automatically destroyed after reading. Select a section to read the files.
Okay, let's find out what the mission is.
All we have to do is yank the Icarite out of the corpse and get it to the consciousness transmission center.
You've done this before, huh?
About 1,000 times.
But why all the secrecy? Don't tell me this is about some bigwig getting caught with his pants down. Oh, what a fucking cliche.
Subject's name is Edward Green.
Who?
Hard to confuse this mug with anybody else. Green's sponsoring some kind of exhibition in Central Park. Saw it on the news earlier.
Oh, yeah. I heard about that. Let me look it up. Yep. Supposed to be in a few days.
Enough to get back on his feet pretty damn fast, then.
Okay, Green, Edward. Oh, shit.
Sarah? You okay?
Shit. Oh, I'm reading up on Green. Holy fuck, you know who this guy is?
Relax. You said yourself this was a routine job, right?
Routine my ass. Green's the head of the Covenant. Not to mention, he used to be the goddamn Secretary of Health. Fucking hell, James! Why isn't this going through official channels?
So there's no scandal.
So there'll be no scandal. Our job's to keep it hush-hush.
You know what could happen if the Icarite of a guy like Green fell into the wrong hands? The fewer people know about it, the better.
The atmosphere's tense because of this bill to reduce free body subscriptions.
Now you're catching on. Look, there's always an upside to shit like this. You get Green's gratitude, bet your left ass cheek it'll speed up that dream promotion.
Where's his body?
And a location?
Avenue, top floor.
Looks like it's Green's own apartment. You'll get a chance to see the wannabe Olympus with your own eyes.
Want to tag along?
No. I'm not authorized for field work.
Wait, you don't leave the house?
You don't leave the house much, do you?
What? What kind of question is that?
I'm just connecting dots. You haven't seen the ad that is literally everywhere. And you don't want to come with me.
I already told you. That's because it's against the rules. And stop detective-baiting me, or whatever the hell you call it.
Don't detective-baiting me! Fear of open
Is
spaces?
this about your whole afraid of wide open spaces thing?
I'm not afraid. All I was saying was that the research found that the things that...
I know. But you did grow up on the ground floor, didn't you?
If I say yes, will you fucking drop it?
Sorry.
Work habit. I pick at things. And people.
It's fine. Just channel that shit into the case instead.
Alright. You know where we're going.
All right.
Let's do this.
Then let's get on with it.
Attention, documentation will be automatically destroyed.
Yeah, Bacon, that's the plot twist. She's actually a regular dog with a text-to-speech device.
I know you're not reinstated yet, but have you recovered from the accident? Like, mentally?
Nope, not even slightly. I should not be allowed.
Thanks for the concern. But never felt better. I'll ping you when I get there. Car out.
It's Kiara and Sarah. It has been 4 minutes since the last time I had drugs. Pill's face. I will say, the whole concept of like a prohibition...
So I took this job. I'd take any job at that point, even though political cases fester like rust-laced wounds.
Ooh.
I was off to hang out with high society, of which I always had a low opinion. Maybe because it consisted mostly of low people.
I was just going to add that the concept of a prohibition that is not because of like a moral panic thing, but because the bodies need to be kept in good nick in case rich people need them. It's kind of fucked up, not going to lie.
At this altitude, the air was so clean that without a smoke, I was beginning to suffocate.
It was at that point that I accidentally started a paper fire, which I would have to cover up several times over. Okay. What's them books? See? Real hard to tell what the books are, see?
Shit.
James, camera. This was supposed to be an accident.
Fuckers hanging from the last cherry tree.
What do you mean the last? Like, last?
Mm-hmm. Let's pull the Icarite and get out of here.
Okay, hint mode. Let's have a look around first.
Huh. Didn't they have wings?
Horses?
No, Pegasi.
Sarah, that's a horse. Pegasi are mythical creatures.
Some paleontologist you are. These days, horses are mythical too.
No, mythical animals are fictional. They never existed, whereas horses are extinct, like dinosaurs.
Of course. Thanks for the lecture, Professor.
Hey, you asked for it.
James, end of topic. Let's move on.
Indeed. Sorry, Bacon was just pointing out, like, we have a hint mode, has a battery lifespan. I mean, you know my thoughts and feels on this, friends, that, like, if you have to have an overlay UI that shows the player what's going on, perhaps consider making that, like, a core point. But this seems to work very well. It was one of my big things with Cyberpunk, especially towards the end, was I spent all my time driving just looking at the minimap and not actually looking at the roads.
And here he scores a few points.
Points? For what?
This engine could push a car up past 120 miles per hour, running on gasoline, on the ground.
You know, it's hard enough to imagine driving on the ground and all, but 120? No, I call bullshit on that one.
Yeah, DJ Coyle, the Arkham Detective Vision is a very, very good example. It's just that thing of, like, if a certain thing becomes mandatory for... Alright, we'll check the upstairs first. If a certain thing becomes mandatory for play, you should
really got cooked, didn't he? Well, I'm still gonna need a photo for identification.
It looks like a door. It must be opened remotely. Maybe I can find something with X-ray.
Okay, X-ray objects, find cool shit. Woohoo! Code not required.
Open sesame.
So DJ Coyle, I thought Horizon Forbidden West was a good example of where, like, you know what? Let's follow the thread before I take us too far off course. But no, because Aloy's gizmo in universe is actually like a HUD device. There's no reason why she wouldn't see that information constantly. Ooh, free cigar.
James?
Probably synthetic. What you might call tobacco adjacent, or shit, maybe they are real.
James, tell me you're not going to steal a cigar.
Not like he's gonna smoke it.
Great. Now you can add thief to your CV.
He never got remarried.
What happened to the first wife?
Refused Ecorite. Died a natural death.
Oh, I got some
But
kisses.
Wasn't that illegal? She would have had a top-down warrant served, right?
Green only introduced that legislation after her death.
Hang on. Are you telling me Green couldn't handle it that his wife died, and he fucked up our whole fucking society because of it?
Far as I can tell, people's bullshit personal trauma is always what fucks up society.
Alright, mate. But yeah, so I don't mean this as a critique of Horizon Zero Dawn. I felt that with Aloy's system, you do click in the stick and it gives you that element, but it slows Aloy down and it makes... It means you kind of end up doing this thing where you move to a point, use the sensor, move to a point, use the sensor. I personally would have preferred something a little bit more integrated.
A view from Mount Olympus. Even though we're all immortal, only some of us live like gods.
Alright, so let's see what we've got.
He was clearly trying to get rid of those. Didn't make it?
Or someone stopped them.
Okay, as requested, I'm sending over the list of people you asked for. All of them are cross-checked on multiple levels. Political ties have been confirmed by some of my anti-corruption. Okay, so this was from the NYPD to this guy. Okay.
Maybe I'll just let sleeping dogs lie.
Thanks. My blood pressure didn't need to get any higher.
Okay, so he's interested in art.
Doesn't seem to be too much he's not interested in.
Well, so DJ Coyle, this is one of those things where I definitely disagree with that one, because it's kind of like the heart in Dishonored, in that you end up with a mechanic you're constantly using, whereas you really just kind of want it there. I don't know. I would have preferred something that was blended and integrated, you know. Something similar to a diegetic UI that is constant rather than intermittent. But you and I both know that sometimes those choices are made because they can't give the user all the information in the way they want, so they have to create like a two-state situation. It's not always we shall come up with the perfect system and implement that. I'm more like, alright, fuck it, we just gotta make this work. Also, I have a feeling I was... I've got a space helmet! That's right, fancy. Next time we just use yellow paint. The yellow paint thing always makes me laugh. And especially the... I mean, we all dealt with the same
See
thing
how
of...
much good he's done? He helps children. Orphans, supposedly.
We can't know for certain. I mean, maybe he really did help them.
Oh, sure. He helped them all sign up for the first body subscriptions that they could never afford.
Fuck, what was I saying? Oh yes, the yellow paint thing still makes me laugh to this day because, like, the perception from vocal dingleberries online is like, oh, I can't believe this whole concept of patronizing and yellow paint, and knowing that users need it. Yellow paint does not exist because devs are like, oh, you know, I want to make sure that it's as easy as possible, but, like, having watched people run into walls for 2 hours, like, just climb this bit here! Big crab. I thought we were going to film the reveal.
I still picking it up. It's not revealed yet, technically.
Okay.
It's revealed to me.
Okay. Lizzie, how are you doing, friend? What and welcome.
That's his signature.
And look what happened to him.
I can't believe it's not yellow paint. Yeah, DJ Coiler, making sure you don't get crab spoilers. Alright. Before I start going down sneaky back rooms and whatnot. Perhaps murder. Perhaps murder. Try gin. Ooh. Best before 25-29. Man, I'd fucking steal that. I mean, what? Fancies himself a bit of a fucking wanker!
With the president?
I recognize him.
Wait, it's green.
Old Shell?
The first one.
That's bullshit.
Which does not change the fact that even before inventing the Icarite, he was a big shot in politics. Wow. Key to the city. I've always wondered what one of those looked like.
I always wondered what the fucking point was.
It's a keyblade! It's a keyblade for white old men.
I mean, it could be him.
Could doesn't cut it. We have to be sure. This is guesswork, James. I won't identify him. Not officially.
I have an idea. You won't like it.
This is a federal case, James.
And we're supposed to pull Green's Icarite, not someone's. Moving on to reconstruction.
Alright. It's gadget time! Hand X-ray Reconstructor. Go, go, gadget Bioshock! You can reconstruct fragments of an event based on information collected. Hold left trigger when the left bar is active, right when right, both when both. Okay. Hang on. Don't worry, I got this. Allows you to rewind time. Okay.
You seen this?
What? Some kind of anomaly. Who cares? It's green, pull its Icarite, and let's go.
into the anomaly zone to look for more traces. I'm trying!
The Icarite's melted.
So, that's his insurer's problem. Come on, let's go.
Sarah, he's dead.
What? Like, you mean final death? Dead? Well, just...
Sarah, listen. I've seen this before. Up close. Take a few deep breaths. Then we'll start looking for who did it.
We have to report this. We have to. Anything beyond that, it's... I'm sorry. Mm-mm.
Sarah, relax. You're not doing anything. Got it? You're not even here.
If only it were that simple.
Omega code 112358. Suspected murder.
Okay, melted Icarite. We have gone inside his weirdness.
James, stop doing this.
It wasn't just a fire. Find the cause and we're out of here.
Okay, so we're inside here. What caused the tree to burn?
The gel's flammable. It may have been a short circuit.
We're doing detective shit.
I need to find the source.
James, don't fucking ignore me.
I'm a real detective, see? I know.
Well, I can see you're having a great time.
Right.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Feeling this goes nowhere. Oh no.
The main transformer's under the floor. Shit, my eyes. It smells like a fucking distillery.
Yeah, for surprise Wallace and Gromit. That's my detective noise.
Kara, what are you doing?
It's a murder, Chief. An accident. 100% sure.
I don't want to hear another word out of your mouth. You're going to drop whatever shit you picked up. You're going to write a clean report about a tragic accident. Got me?
You pronounced murder.
I'm not asking. I'm telling you. This whole breed's Icarite. End of story.
Can I get it on the record that I strongly advised against this course of action?
I should have known better. I should have known you couldn't handle it, but it's just an Icarite pull, I thought. Surely Kara can't fuck up something that simple.
Chief, listen. Found a file. It's got your name on it.
My name? What are you? All right, you're done.
Man, I should have explored that side door.
Get out of there now. I want those files on my desk ASAP, along with the suicide report.
Oh, it's a suicide now. I thought it was an accident.
You can call it a motherfucking ascension for all I care. Just get it off our books.
The longer I sit here, the more it all stinks. And it's not just Green's rotting corpse.
Okay. I'm absolutely going to go explore that little side room just in case we don't get a chance to.
I wonder if he hung women like that under his tree, too.
Some enjoy that.
Got ourselves some more clues here,
Green's
friends!
signature. Did he paint this?
He's had some time to learn.
I will say, the fear of FOMO when playing detective games, especially ones like, you know, first-person stylies, mystery stylies, it's real strong. I don't know if it's something that's just kind of built into my little noggin, because I've spent a lot of time with games like, you know, Deus Ex Human Revolution, where it is possible to just miss shit wholesale. Ourselves a little detective stuff, see?
You know those rich bastards have a pool for yachts?
What?
Yeah. A fucking huge swimming pool, basically. They put boats in it and sail around.
But how... That's... Where do they get the water?
Fuck if I know. People like you and me are stuck drinking recycled piss, but they're all, hoist the mizzenmast, Jeffrey! Fuckers.
Ah! I like this guy. I'm just thinking about the fact that at some point we should probably do a stream of LA Noire. There's so many things I want to do stream-wise with your lovely selves. We could do like a little spree of detective games come the winter. Get in some real mischief. Yeah, DJ Coyle, you're right. Creating something where it feels good to find the hidden shit, but you don't spend the entire game trundling around being afraid of FOMO, you know? I think a lot of us who went through games like the 90s and 2000s, there's this instinctual maneuver where we see what we believe to be the obvious path and we choose something else lest we're unable to come back. And that doesn't feel like a learned behavior based on investigation or discovery. It feels like a, you know, rejection of trope.
Someone flooded the transformer and it caught fire.
Okay.
Cable acted like a fuse. That's what caused the explosion.
It's getting more and more obvious why nobody wants to work with you.
I'll look for any pre-explosion traces, then we're out of here.
James, I wasn't born yesterday. You said that before, and I don't believe you.
Oh, here we go. Traces from before.
Someone not only flooded the transformer, but also ripped out the cables. Okay, this is some kind of emblem? It's starting to get interesting.
Ouroboros.
Someone carved this date long ago. What's up with the snake?
The hot dog eating
Check
itself.
the encyclopedia.
Oh not even worried about the bizarro time travel shit we got going on here. Don't even worry about it. Got some blood here. Is it our Rob or Ross?
Before the explosion, cracked it and left a handprint.
Stop it. James, you've got to stop this. What's he doing?
Oh, you're finally paying attention. Great. So, now the question is, did Green try to crack open that plate with his own forehead, or did somebody else use Green's forehead like a ball-peen hammer?
He said peen.
Why can't we see the killer in the reconstruction?
He covered his tracks pretty damn skillfully.
So someone was here. Fucking hell.
What? You gonna tattle to the chief again?
Would you just let that drop already? What's done is done. No point in picking at it.
I am so sorry.
Wait. We're not going to work like this. There's gotta be at least a baseline.
I'll share it with you in just a second.
Yeah, well, that's all well and good, except we're running out of time to figure out how the tree got set on fire. So, come on. Chop chop.
Ah, beans!
Shit. What happened?
The fuse is just blue.
What? Why?
The reconstructor needs massive amounts of energy. Sometimes the limiter doesn't adjust to the environment and pop.
I was gonna say, save your pity for the weak and then just have him mosh out, but Party Till You Puke by Andrew WK works very hard as well.
So I don't have to do everything myself after all, huh? A man can get used to this.
I just shifted power from 3 different neighborhoods so you can keep playing detective. Don't make me regret it.
So, I'm not quite sure where we are on the sci-fi-ometer.
Something went off here.
Hang on, I want to come back to... Save your pity for the weak! I want to see you all in the pit! Sorry. It's got more in common with the brain dance scenes from Cyberpunk really than anything else. It's just more contextual. It's really good so far. It's super cheesy, super over the top, and yet played super deadpan. In a future where everyone's immortal, one detective has been off the case because he's a loose cannon, and he's taking drugs, I guess. And the chief's given us an extra case to sort it out. But oh no, the man that invented not dying has died. Bum bum bum. But thanks to our agoraphobic sidekick, you know, we're gonna crack this case wide open, see?
Probably some kind of relic.
To the best of friends, always auspicious winds. Green. That asshole had friends. Hard to believe.
I'm getting a bad hit off this thing.
I wonder which one's the best friend now.
I wonder why a gift from Green is in his own home.
Save your pity for the weak. But it's just, aesthetically, everything is so unapologetic. It's
Let's see what the patient has to say.
It's high sci-fi, certainly, but it's gloriously ridiculous and yet played super seriously in a way that I'm just thoroughly enjoying.
Match to Green's blood type. He was fighting with someone.
So, like, the fact that we have a time rewind device.
Maybe. You learn fast.
Are there any traces of Green's jump? So like we have this little thing which is like a time rewinder. And on our wristband is the timeline that we're winding back and forth on.
He fell from there. If he cut himself on the railing, there should be blood on it.
And I know we've talked about this before in terms of like thematics and stuff, but...
Blood. I'll come back to that later.
But with video games, because the core way with which we engage with it is through gameplay, you know, moving around, doing detective-y stuff, you can just bring on the full cheese. Alright, I'm inside the bubble.
Someone must have pushed him. No trace of blood on the railing.
So he didn't cut himself here. This is weird.
Oh god! Fucking jump scared. And yeah, so DJ Core, yeah, so this is like some gigantic, you know, not generative, regenerative AI. It's trying to take every variable available and generate what happened. And we just have access to it.
Green's fingerprints are on the railing.
So he was leaning against it?
Looks that way.
And as we find these bits with more information, it can reconstruct more of the timeline. Then we adjust the...
It came from this side.
They?
Half of the reconstruction is inconsistent. Someone must have been messing with it.
I do like my noirity report. That's pretty good, Dustin.
We don't have enough information to find the other one.
How do you think this went down?
They fought. Somewhere in there, the attacker slipped the rope around Green's neck.
Well, in any case, Green didn't jump. Someone pushed him.
And we're back here. Strange old-timey style. Ah, here we go.
Wait, there's a blood trail here.
He must have gotten cut before the hanging. Do you have a UV lamp?
Always.
Don't leave home without it.
Back to the gadgets menu. Looking to be a cool detective. Okay. Blood type, BRH+.
He was walking up these stairs. Unusual shape. Like he was lying here.
I'm genuinely looking forward to when we get to do this just of our own volition.
He's talking to someone.
Or like he's begging for mercy.
More blood.
Another trace of blood.
Hit it with the UV lamp.
Hit it again! Wow.
Must have been bleeding.
I can't wait to head to a dingy motel and use this tech. That's going to be fascinating. And Hindle, it's going real good. We're still on the very, very beginning. But having a bloody good time with it.
Tracks connect.
Initially, we almost played a game about uncovering the mystery behind an underwater wreck, but there was an issue where the audio was just inaudible.
he deserved what he got?
I do. And it still wasn't enough.
Shit. Sounds like you hated his guts.
Oh, please.
No.
I just bought 5 more sets of Gundam Ensemble Vagabonds. I have a mini problem.
You just need to get yourself a proper kit at this point. Like, you know, we'll get you in on the we'll get you started on the SD kits. How are you doing, friend? What and welcome, and thank you for 500. Goes to motel, turns on UV lamp. The goggles! They do nothing!
Goes to motel, turns on the UV lamp device, instantly blinded Z goggles. They do nothing.
It's like a Jackson Pollock in there. Right, you are, Hindle. And Bacon, thank you for the bit as well. Seriously, all of you, thank you. But yeah, no, so, Numbers, I'd love to claim credit for sabotaging the audio in the last one, but it was so weird. Okay.
He's got something on his clothes. Some kind of chemical?
Huh. The reconstructor's coming up with these eggs on its composition.
Must be rare as shit, then. It stretches across the floor. I'll switch to UV.
Look, after yesterday's cum wall, nothing this game throws at us can be that gross.
Tracks lead this way. Looks like Green was rummaging around the transformer.
So, Hindle, yesterday we finished the second half of Thank Goodness You're Here, and we saw some shit, I'm not gonna lie. We saw some shit.
The cables are torn out, same as the one around Green's neck.
You think he did it?
I think someone made him do it.
It's also interesting that we're slowly reconstructing the whole ass timeline. So eventually we'll have this little wrist bracelet thing we'll be able to, like, wind and rewind.
Shit. What a fucking mess.
You know what I think? I think it all looks exactly the way the perpetrator wanted it to.
Seriously? You're repeating yourself.
There's something here.
James? I've lost visual.
Is it our Rob or Ross?
James. Will you come back to me?
Number says I saw the meat dimension. Are you saying it got weirder? Yes. Yes, I am.
James!
The Brigadier General was definitely the peak of whatever you want to call it.
Sarah?
James, where you at?
Honestly, you don't want to know.
Whatever. The feds are on their way there, so consider this a heads up. If they find you, I don't fucking know you.
Are you? You're serious? We've been friends for fucking decades and you're gonna hang me out to dry?
Time to go.
How's the situation?
They're coming. Time to clean up.
Sarah, if we're gonna keep working together, you're gonna have to promise me something.
What?
That you'll never do anything behind my back again.
Are you fucking kidding me? Are we gonna pinky swear? Should I let you know every time I change a fucking tampon? James, the feds are coming. So, grow a pair, and please, with a fucking cherry on top, clean up this mess.
Whoa.
Yes. Now, come on. Move before they bust us.
Leave the apartment. Use the reconstruction scene. Okay. Wow, Wow, are we actually affecting...
Nobody didn't know I was here.
Are we actually affecting space and time? You know what? The less we think about it, the better. Don't even worry about it.
I leave the body of a dead god on the flaming Mount Olympus. Time to go back to the underworld he cast us all into.
This guy kind of sounds like the old pro from the Magic Circle as well. I'm really digging that. Which was the same guy that played the titular thief.
In the gut of a body not my own, I can feel this case is nothing but trouble and heartache. And even worse, it's personal. A lit cigar pressed against a wound that never heals. That's me. The second time I've seen Icarite completely melted.
And that was the third time I died.
I got a little better at forgetting the first one.
I am digging this 100%. I hope you're all having fun with this. No, Max Payne called and was like, bit much, mate. Bit much. You might want to ease off the throttle. Pace yourself. You can't be this brooding grimdark the whole time. Okay, absolutely 100% Blade Runner inspired here. I forget the name of the building that the finale of Blade Runner takes place in. It's really fascinating.
It's the 537th floor, yet the thick stench of piss-soaked streets still fills the air.
So much piss. As an additional note, I've promised to stop pissing. Wow. Mandatory 10,000 steps. Love that. I can't use my toys to find out whose blood that is outside. So. Give back our bodies!
Who's paying off your body, huh? I think I deserve something.
Take your hands off me.
Ah, I thought he was going to do 4-5. I thought he was going to do 0451 there. Okay, good to be home. Time to get drunk.
Welcome home. James, Kara, how was your day?
If I told you, I'd have to kill you.
I'm glad to hear that. Due to the high level of air pollution, I recommend full body decontamination.
Thanks, robot house.
At parties, I said I smashed it with the ball during the game. The truth is, it was after the game. And I had a ball-shaped stone trophy. A football trophy.
Just a bundle of joy, you. Anybody want anything from the kitchen? Look, you know me. I love obsessing over video game kitchens. I got, God, whatever that was supposed to be. Protein honey. Ham salad jelly? Mmm. Dust burger with chalky bread. Hollow chicken grill with a vinaigrette dressing. Actually sounds pretty good. Fio.
Negative. I am a meat popsicle.
It's so weird how quiet the alerts are. It's like you're all like, try not to interrupt. Negative. I am a meat popsicle. Alright, new body allergies. Yes.
How much time has passed? I feel like I'm taking them more and more often.
Do have a lot of them. Train disaster shakes the city. One guy fucking suplexed a train. What the shit? Numbers, there's only one way to find out.
You're lucky I don't need to water you. Depend on me, and you won't have long to live.
And he's run out of people to be sad film noir detective to, so it's just resulted to being sad at his plant. That is a totally real view, and not at all fuckered. I don't know if I'm supposed to be out here. I've been left to my own devices and I'm afraid. Blimp snacks! Does anybody want blimp snacks? Yo! Yo, I want blimp snacks!
Icarus Skybar. Usually flies over Manhattan. Only the elite are allowed entry.
Ah,
Rumor has it that the last bottles of real scotch up there.
Ooh.
The sun turned out to be the price for immortality. Nobody remembers when we lost sight of it.
Alright, time to go brood on the neon sign. For any of you that have fear of heights, I'm sorry.
I miss this site. In the first days after changing into this shell, the shakes were so bad I couldn't come out here.
Lest I fell off and ate shit.
Dinner.
This infernal racket is the pulse of the city. The main artery leading to the CTC itself. The city sprawls in every direction.
It's only a matter of time before it starts devouring itself.
Okay, mate. Okay. Ooh, yeah, even I got a little bit of the vertigo there, friends. Alright, we'll go back inside. Well, so yeah, so Numbers, the thing I was talking about earlier is that for those of us that played like old point-and-click games and a bunch of old titles, they kind of instill in you this paranoia of, I hope we haven't gone the wrong way and started the next beat of the story before we get to see all the pieces. Like, we mentioned Bioshock earlier, but one thing that I find myself still talking about to this day is...
People down.
Shush.
Promised to veto, and then what do? He signed as soon as the bill landed on his desk.
Did you hear? He signed it. That lying piece of shit.
I don't care, Dave!
I had to sell this car. The car was gray.
Hello.
Started to fall apart. And it wasn't safe either.
Sorry, one of the things that I still find myself discussing is the boardwalk in Bioshock Infinite. One of the few places in that game where, when you're with Elizabeth, you really can explore, interact with people, and how most people didn't even know that existed. Because it was so poorly telegraphed, most people landed and just started shooting. Think about that a lot.
A sound mind and a sound body. I forgot when I started the service. The guys didn't believe she was my wife. Even when I brought this photo, they said it was photo montage.
Oh, his wife was one of the first people to get
Those guys
moided.
has a new body by now. Probably wouldn't recognize each other on the street.
Okay, I'm not reading my emails, I'm going for a shower. It's dumb and dumb. Those plucky childhood crazies. Wow, he just sealed up his child's room. Okay. I'm sure nothing bad happened the end.
As usual. Finally.
Dude's just got like a little drug stash in every room. I kind of respect it, not gonna lie.
Hey, I was still using it. You know, if it wasn't for that badge, I would have fucked you up a long time ago.
Yeah, right back at you.
Oh, cocky, are we? Well, what's your first move then?
Powerful right hook.
Amateur. Who starts like that? Block, left, right, and they're picking you up from the ground. 1-0.
I have a gun.
It's hard to get used to a face marked by someone else's mistakes. Though for some reason, it's much easier with the eyes. Once the life fades out of them, they can belong to anyone.
Hey buddy, are you in there romanticizing your melancholy again? It's just the rest of the block can hear you.
Move in there or what? Get out.
It's time to take care of it. I'm gonna need more space to fire up the evidence board.
Actually gonna do some cleaning. Let's go! Again, I know I keep joking, but I am really enjoying this game's whole aesthetic, its style. Our character is so gloriously, unapologetically ridiculous. I say we should ask Sarah for help. What do you reckon? Hey! Stuff. Perfect timing. Come on in, friends. Come on in. Excuse me. Yeah, we'll do some team building. It'd be great. And yeah, what's Paragon but sad? So, Stoff, how was your stream? What are you up to? Tell me your tales. I have just gotten back from being real fucking sick the last couple days, and we tried a few things today, and so far, Nobody Wants to Die is what we ended up on. A retro film noir future detective in a world where no one can die. You're a hard-boiled cop who's one strike away from being kicked off the force. It is dripping with style and this unapologetic cheese that I'm for it. So you know, stuff. How was your stream? What were you up to? Going through the cool N64 bunny platformer that I can barely pronounce, which I believe is like Pseudo Regalia, but I'm not sure. Yes, as DJ Cole points out, this is a character that Max Payne looked at and went, "Buddy, it's a bit much." No, it's one of those ones where my dyslexic ass, if I think about it too hard, I can't say it. So to bring you all up to speed, we've only just started playing this. We just got through what would be the tutorial opening, but the start of the story is we've been put on medical leave, but our chief has given us a little task to do, just to kind of keep us from going insane. We went over to a rich guy's house to recover his ichor, his consciousness goo, I guess, so that he could be popped into a new body. Only, It's been burnt. He's dead. There's been a murder. So we've just been using our funky time-travel-y, detective-y device, don't worry about it, to reconstruct the scene and find out what happened to him. But somebody covered their tracks when they killed him. And now we're going to start, like, cracking this case wide open. Look out.
How's the job going?
To complete my report, I need to summarize the evidence. I need access to the system.
You heard Chief Steiner. He wants it classified as a suicide and sent straight to him.
Should the report be professional or Sarah? I'll owe you. Let's owe Sarah. Also, I am going to make another cup of tea in a second because it turns out using my brain is exhausting.
I need to check a few things.
Let me remind you that we've known each other for about 5 minutes. Do you think I don't know why the chief put you on restricted duty? I read your wife's case file.
It's none of your business.
You're gonna leave my wife out of this, okay?
Look, the fact that she committed suicide the same way affects your perception.
She didn't commit. Fuck! Listen.
Oh yes, and not just any dead rich guy. It's the guy who invented not dying was the guy that just died.
Sooner or later, some egghead will read the report with your signature on it and ask one fundamental question. Who fucked it up like this? What do you say then? That the chief told you to write it down as suicide? Or that the investigation was conducted by a cop on sick leave?
Oh, fuck.
Say nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you know what? Here's what we'll do. I have access, so I analyze, and I put the evidence on the board. Is that clear?
As clear as day.
Nobody talks like that anymore.
Look, let's not fight. Let's connect the dots one by one. If we agree with the conclusions, we move on.
Oh, this is cool.
You'll agree with me sooner or later.
Like an old strategy game,
Sooner
but with
we get this over with,
puzzly
sooner
puzzles.
you can write the report.
That's the spirit. I should clear up Sarah's doubts about the murder. First, I have to prove that somebody else was there besides Green. And when Sarah takes the bait, I'll convince her about the rest.
Okay. Well, also, Stoff, I'm really glad you're enjoying it. I haven't had the chance to really crack into Pseudo Regalia, but it is a great example of taking the concepts of yore and bringing them forward so well. We were talking earlier about like nostalgia in video games and how we don't really have nostalgia for artistic eras, but we do have it for, like, generations. Okay. So Sarah's doubts. So what proves there was someone else there besides Green? So we've got the beating he took. The bottle's not... We know Green did it. Hangman. Okay, a wound on the back. Certainly.
He could have cut himself, maybe.
Like how? Shaving?
And the beating he took, definitely.
But who's doing the beating? A fucking ghost?
Excellent question.
And the dead
Somebody had to be pretty damn determined to fuck Green's Icarite up this bad.
Somebody. Right. Could have been Green himself.
And the
Guess
commemorative.
which one's the best friend?
Nope.
I have to wonder if someone just dropped it here. Or if they threw it back in Green's face. It'll be hard to defend a theory about these cables. The moment of the fall is puzzling.
I want to say that someone kicked him, but we don't have enough.
I know.
And last but by no means least...
This is creepy.
Ugh, looking at this makes my skin crawl.
You don't want to know what it's doing to mine.
Hang on. So, do we have to drop it on Sarah's doubts? Oh, okay.
What else do you need?
A lot of money, promotion, happiness.
That's after we've solved this case.
Oh, how lucky I found you. Okay, we still have shit, but we can at least ask 2 questions. First, what's the actual cause of death? Second, who's the culprit and what's his motive?
Are you saying you're getting involved?
I've already changed my mind.
Are you the same with guys?
I won't correct you on everything you just said that was wrong. Besides, I'm looking for more information about the evidence.
We're
Seriously,
solving
no
crimes!
more jokes.
This is so good. Okay, so the Hanged Man is how he died.
I found some interesting tidbits.
Oh, go on.
Please share.
Only with friends. But I'll make an exception for you.
Ooh! Alright, so we've got some traffic cam.
Apparently, he had a heavy foot.
He was just showing off to a girl.
If I had such a fancy car, I wouldn't need a girl for anything.
Bless you.
He didn't glow at night by any chance. Because of everything in his blood.
Many drugs are rare, withdrawn, or from government projects. Wait, how do you know if green doesn't glow at night?
I don't want to talk about it. We haven't known each other long enough.
Yeah, okay, I think this is one of those ones that we're just not going to discuss, and we'll pay the people at the car cleaning place a little extra, you know what I mean?
I would have seen a shootout in the reconstruction.
Must have happened before.
Maybe he shot someone?
Look, you don't have to try to convince me that green is behind everything.
Suit yourself.
Yeah, again, we'll be using the black light sparingly in this investigation because there are things I don't want to know.
He had guests. What do we know about them?
Kovalev is a smuggler and the owner of Icarus. And Salma, as you know, is that famous psychologist and a psychiatrist.
A smuggler and a shrink. Quite a pair of farewell guests.
Sorry, my laugh there is in games whenever they're like, you know, that famous psychologist, and I immediately think like, I don't know anything about psychology. You could tell me like, oh, this is so-and-so, the famous psychologist, and I'd be like, wait. That's just Dave.
Got something?
Nah, it's nothing.
Okay. So we can move this board around, but it's okay. So currently, got Hanged Man. The symbol's not really connected to anything yet. Dead Icarus is definitely important. So alright. So working on cause of death, he died from hanging.
Why did he go to so much trouble?
To get past the police reconstructor?
The sequence of events worries me.
Okay. So nobody can get out of this world by hanging themselves. At best, you land in a memory bank. Okay, so it's given me a big old... The hanging's not what killed him, so it's got to be the dead Icarus, right?
There's nothing complicated about this.
But what next, James? This is clear.
This is so fucking cool.
Give me a minute.
And Fred, how are you doing? I'm actually functioning pretty well. We're solving crimes. Okay. So who would want Green dead? The commemorative watch is definitely connected to the culprit. But who does it point to? Guy with big mustache? Mustachio!
If that says what I think it says, we're getting somewhere.
This is no proof.
What?
But a very solid hypothesis.
Sorry, I combined the guest list of who was visiting with the watch. So now we're just looking into the dead Icarus. Oxidized Icarite means final death, 1 in a billion case. So let's try combining the toxicology report.
We know what's
Yeah.
going on. Now we only need the motive and the perpetrator.
Yeah. Then tea and we'll find Kennedy's killer before an evening snack.
Ooh, snack sounds
Oh,
good.
jeez. How did you even get through high school?
What did I pass? I used to play baseball.
I'm gonna get tea and bickies!
And I was
Fuck
fucking
yes!
great at it.
Right. Now I remember. James, this is fun, and I'd play 3 more games of solitaire, but it won't prove anything.
What else do you need?
More facts, or it's a waste of effort.
Alright, once we solve this... The shorts... Traffic cam... I am going to put the kettle on, and I'm literally going to get a little pack, like a little plate of bickies. Shit! We're going to need a bicky tin at this rate! Huh, I'm so happy. I'm making myself like a big old musubi rice for dinner now my taste buds are back. Yeah, so Fred, sorry, let me bring you up to speed. So the game is called Nobody Wants to Die. It's a film noir retro future that is absolutely dripping in its inspirations. We're talking, 1920s hover cars. We're talking old-timey detectives with high future tech. In a world where anyone can live forever if they've got the money to pay. We're playing a detective who's been on medical leave due to an incident. And his boss throws him a bone. All he has to do is go and pick up the ichor, the gangly goo that keeps your consciousness, from the guy who invented not dying. We show up there, and the gasp, he's been murdered. His ichor burned. The situation fucked. And now we're a cop on the out trying to work it all. Okay, so the formula smuggler may have dosed Green with a poison that destroys ichorite. We're missing the murder weapon. Boosh. Analysis concluded. I really like this. Okay, so Sarah, I got something for you.
We need to talk seriously.
Is this some lame engagement joke?
What? No, it's not like that. I just have something for you.
If it is, however, some stupid joke, I will get fucking mental on you.
There is one more piece of evidence.
Sorry? Why don't I know about it? It's not in the archive.
Because it's not a photo.
Oh, wait a minute. Tell me you're joking. I'm begging you.
It turns out I think it is indispensable.
You took physical evidence from the crime scene? They'll put us in jail for this. Oh, shit. I take it back. I'd rather have the engagement ring.
It's beautiful. A vial of strange liquid. Probably poison. This creepy voodoo symbol on it makes it more mysterious. More importantly, the material of the vial might retain fingerprints. What do you think?
Show me. If you have any more stolen evidence up your ass, you better get it out now before you hurt yourself.
Not this time.
Consult your doctor.
My days of stuffing things up my ass are behind me.
Kleptomania.
Hey!
Paying for it someday.
Mark. And with that, I'm done. Been a good ride. Who needs 71 or 72 for that matter?
Yeah, no, Sean, it's been a good ride. Please accept your commemorative clock and plate. Firm handshake. Thank you so much for your time. How are you doing, friend? I am doing better. I'm still a little under the weather, and I'll need to recheck to see if I'm still contagious, but I have gotten over the bulk of the plague, and I'm in really good spirits today. We're currently playing Nobody Wants to Die, a gloriously over-the-top film noir detective cyber future game, and it's fucking brilliant. We just had to construct all of the evidence and pieces on the floor in like a physical map to like construct the evidence, and it was really good. Like, a lot of people are comparing it to Obra Dinn, and it's definitely an evolution, But unlike things like the Case of the Golden Idol and stuff like that, it doesn't feel like a direct sequel. It feels like it's taking the concept of reconstructing the crime scene and then connecting the evidence and giving it a really good physicality. So, yeah, no, it's fucking good. Now that I've solved this bit, I'm actually going to take a break in a little second, pop the kettle on, and get myself a plate of biscuits, because I fucking earned them. But yeah, how are you doing, friend? What's really cool as well is all the evidence on the floor is as we put it down.
Breaks and biscuits.
Okay. Well, Sean, thank you kindly. I hope you're doing well. How is the video game biz treating you? I don't know if you're coming out for PAX at all. I saw you were on adventures and whatnot, but my brain's complete jello right now, so I forget where you were on adventures to. It's a kind of good friend that I am. Okay, I thought I was going to keep doing the film noir music, so... Actually, hang on. Okay. Now, I mean it. I'm going to pop the kettle on and get some bickies. Alright? Alright, don't you all go anywhere. Oh, we've still got Jaffa cakes! We got Jaffa cakes, we got Jammy Dodgers, we got dark chocolate digestives. Oh, I'm living the detective's fucking dream here! Okay. Well, Sean, thank you for sharing. And also, thank you for backing my dumbass up for 70 months. Some of you who hang out here, I genuinely want to ask you why. But thank you. Alright, I'll be back in just a second, friends.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Sneaky resub.
Okay, we've got a good news, bad news situation. Oh, Greyjoy! Thank you. Bad news. The Jammy Dodgers are at Fiona's work. Which is fine. Fiona bought them. It's entirely understandable. Am I sad there are no Jammy Dodgers? A little bit. But I do have Jaffa Cakes and Bickies, and I forgot that in the care package I got sent some of the little dairy milk bars. So this is my little detective snack plate. Fuck, that's a good name for a detective. It's been a long time since I've been on the case. They call me Detective Snack Plate on account of the fact that I've eaten all of your biscuits. Yeah, C222, the idea of like the rotating shared bathroom is definitely haunting. Not gonna lie on that one. But that actually seems counterintuitive. I don't know. Okay, the thing about this that's so good is that, hey, fucking raid after raid. We've got Stoff, MDH is in. Hells yeah. Everyone wants to come and hang out with my sick ass soon as I've got Bickies. How Stoff knew that biscuits were coming, I don't know. That's the next mystery to detect. MDH, how was your stream? What were you up to? Forgive me running back and forth. I'm just waiting for the kettle to boil. I'm making a cup of tea. Cup of tea to go with biscuits. Well, I mean, J-Post, I might. It's still on the table. It's on the table. I didn't open the party rings, though. Ooh, lovely. MDH was doing My Lovely Empress, which is the third in the trilogy from My Lovely Wife and then something else. Our friend Vlad actually heads up Neo Doctrine, who is really fucking cool. He's one of the people that put that together. Not a lot of people know Vlad is a trained ballet dancer. Fucking cool person. Hang on, I'm just pouring my tea. Bear with me 2 seconds. Let's just pretend I never made that noise. Okay. Tea has been made. Got good old-fashioned Yorkshire Gold. Got ourselves a good detective game and a plate of biscuits. Let's fucking go. Okay. Now, we'll send over the evidence.
Derby coat?
A bit of
9-7
chocolate.
fucking 6.
Around Liberty Island, huh?
None of your business.
Everything was in Sarah's hands now, which was neat, since my own hands were shaking in a delirium I inherited after some punk I've never known.
And one more thing. In the meantime, please send that damn report.
What about evidence analysis?
You got evidence illegally, and you want to put it in an official report?
Let's hold off. I'd rather have a better view of the situation. We can decide later.
Ooh, let's be more broody. We haven't been broody in like 10 minutes.
A cigar worth 3 salaries of mine tastes best when it's free. Real tobacco tastes real good. With the bitter taste of everything we've lost. What we get is fake views, fake smells, the fake food, fake hope for rats locked in an ever tighter cage. Green's legacy. So yes, I took a single cigar for compensation, and wish I'd taken more. I also have a grim certainty that no more compensation is forthcoming. Regarding Green, the chasm between the past and the present seemed to be hard to swallow.
It is only because I took 10 minutes to get biscuits.
Was he getting himself full of ambrosia? Because all these little souvenirs of a long-gone world aggravated his desynchronization?
I wonder. Thoughts like this, triggered by things we've lost. Could they increase desynchronization?
Is that why Green stuffed himself with ambrosia?
James, are you in front of the board?
No, I went out for a breather.
That sample. You were right. It's definitely poison. But that's not all. There was a fragment of a print on it. I managed to reconstruct it and search the database.
So, who does the print belong to?
It's a damn big fish. Slippery, too.
Oh, you gonna make me beg? What's the fucking name?
I don't want to say right now. Somebody on the street might overhear. I sent you everything by snail mail. Let me know as soon as you get it.
Deja vu.
Press B to step back from the ledge. Watch him throw away this hella expensive cigar. Ha! 2 puffs, chugs it. This was the last bottle of whiskey. Little sip. Damn good. Smash. Sorry, forgive me for joking. I just read Edwin's comment and I'm like, what if this whole ass game, we get like 8 hours in, and the whole thing...
These are the damn politicians. Every penny snatched away from the citizens. I bet they're all celebrating.
This whole thing is one big Snickers ad. Like, the end credits suggest you're not yourself when you're hungry. And Vernon Flo, welcome back. I'm also back, and I have tea and biscuits. How are you? Technically, I have enough bickies for everybody if everybody just has one. But, digestive, dunk it in tea. Fucking decadence.
Deadly poison is atropine. Okay, great.
Dmitry Kololev.
It was Kovalev's fingerprint on the murder weapon, huh? I knew it. You still think we can't clear this one?
I wouldn't start celebrating yet. We'll never get to him. He basically never steps outside Icarus.
But you do believe this is a murder now?
Well, yes. But...
Special announcement. Engine problems have been reported aboard Icarus, which is currently flying over Brooklyn. We ask residents of the borough to stay at home and shelter in place. There is no need to worry. Insurance for bodily injuries will be fully applicable.
My fucking building!
James, did you hear the announcement?
I even felt it.
Damn, you're that close to it? Are you alright?
It's got a real John Williams score.
It crashed into a building, and then it's about to fall into a chasm.
Yeah. We can't pass up a fucking golden opportunity like this.
Pass up a No, wait, James, are you crazy?
Too late, bye!
Are you mad? Yes! Fucking wee!
The bar was named Icarus and met its end fittingly. I didn't have time to savor the irony. An impossible chance to get Kovalev has just fallen out from the sky into my very lap. Or at least my very neighborhood.
And Caffeine, what a welcome. Welcome back, friend. Parkour! Parkour!
James, are you hearing this?
Fire department on site. Ambulances in 13 minutes. Secure the area. Do not go inside. I say again, do not go inside.
Sounds like good advice.
You're already inside, aren't you? No, no.
All you sons of bitches in Brooklyn, hold your positions. And get the crowd pushed back before it comes down on top of them.
Sarah, mute this channel.
What? You allergic to orders?
Yes, I am.
Deathly allergic. Oh, they got the fancy pooper. Barry McAllister, the moon. The enemy of prosperity. It's our Dave. It's our Dave from down at pub. Ooh. Uh-oh. Oh, no! Fuck! Fuck. God damn it.